Okay, good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. As Tim said, my name is Philip Becker. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. Got into real estate in late 2009. And what I did is when I got my salesperson's license, I immediately founded a brokerage. And I don't know how it is in Georgia, but in Texas at the time, we had to be a salesperson for 2 years before we could sit for our broker's license. So what I did is I hired a broker and paid him a monthly fee to sponsor an LLC that I owned, and then I became the manager of that LLC. So it let me start with the brand recognition and building the business from day one. It was very risky, and I didn't make any money my first year. But I like to tell this story because, you know, Tim and Ennis were talking about getting involved and joining a committee. And in late 2009, they were about to start our local YPN, our first network in the San Antonio area. And I said, you know what? I haven't sold a single house, but I'm going to go interview to be chairman of that committee. And I didn't get it. But I did get vice chairman, and I just got plugged in. And if it wasn't for being plugged in and knowing so many realtors that we're producing and that I could ask questions of, I wouldn't even be in the business today, let alone be standing here speaking to y'all. So, you know, especially as an independent, but as any new agent in the business, get plugged in. If you're clueless or if you just are wondering what to do and you're from a small brokerage, get involved with the board. Pick a committee you're passionate about. That'll take you a long way. Here's some of my contact information. I think the most important you'll want to check out is our YouTube because we do have over 300 videos on there. I'm going to show you guys plenty of video today, but obviously can't show you everything. So if you're interested in looking at some of the stuff we do outside of what I show you today and outside of your general listing videos, that's our YouTube. I'm also on Twitter. Do y'all have a hashtag for this? Okay, cool. So there's no hashtag, but I'm on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Tell you guys a little bit of, yeah, absolutely. Sorry. So on that BP, that's our brand. That's my logo for Becker Properties in San Antonio. We've got 25 agents in the San Antonio market, 3 agents in Austin. And actually I have 2 agents in Houston too, but we're not doing a ton of business there. We're mainly San Antonio. And as Tim said, we're opening up a new office in about 10 days. So it's hard for me to be here right now, but I love you guys. I love Maura, and thank you for having me, so I'm happy to be here. Cool. Okay. I'll tell you guys a little bit about me. As Tim said, that's my beagle, Shiloh. I'm a big beagle lover. On the top right there is a catamaran. I like to go sailing, so once a year we kind of unwind and we rent a yacht and we go sailing in the British Virgin Islands. And my video guy, who you'll see a lot of his videos, he's been with us for over 4 years. He comes with us on these trips and makes a video recap. So if you want to get a good laugh at my expense later, Google respect in the Virgin Islands. It's some good video. On the bottom right there is, that's my pool. I have a condo in St. Thomas that I bought last year for an incredible deal. Paid $58,400 for the place furnished. It appraised at $143,200 unfurnished, and I'm renting it for $280 a night, and there's somebody in there right now. So that was a great buy. That is my niece, Gentry. On the right is a view from I have a place in St. John that I don't rent out. And then the bottom there, I do a little bit of custom home building with one of my agents. We have a company called Becker Walker Custom Homes. So I do a little bit of that too. I just try to stay involved as much as possible. Couple more pictures of my niece, and then we've got my nephew down there. He's about 4 months old, Cooper. And I'm a huge Spurs fan, being from San Antonio, so there's that. And then I was 30 under 30 last year, and I'm proud of that, obviously. It was a great accomplishment. And then YPN is something I'm passionate about. I'm the national vice chair of YPN this year. And for anybody that saw Bobby when she came to speak to y'all last month, she's the national chair, so it's been great to work with her this year. And then bottom left is my new office. That's the signage we just got put up. Really excited about that. On the right over here, that collage is some pictures from last week at RE Bar Camp Nashville. And I want to throw you a plug in here. For anybody that doesn't know, is it June 12th? June 12th, again, is RE Bar Camp here in Atlanta. It is my favorite event of the year. Definitely come to that. Show up, because it's only as good as you make it. But I get to speak to that at that every year, and I love doing it. And then up here at the top left is a picture of my brother and my friend Gumption from the British Virgin Islands, who is Richard Branson's right-hand man. And I actually got to meet Richard Branson last year on our sailing trip through him, so good friend of mine. Okay, So that's it. That's a little bit about me. So now we're going to talk about why we should use video. Okay, look at some of the evolution. Where videos come, and kind of, I think you'll be blown away by some of these statistics. So, why you should use video and how. These are what home shoppers are using video for. Okay, this is a report from the. This is actually from Google, I believe. Yep, this one's from Google. But if you look, 86%, the number one. They're not looking at home tours. They're using video to find out about a community. So, and we'll talk about community guide videos here in a minute, but you want to talk about competing with big data and competing with Zillow and Trulia and R.com? Make some hyper-local content about communities you like. Interview some small business owners and put out a video. That will go a long way. Where you should be. So this is kind of a cool statistic as well. Obviously, the number one source for buyers and sellers for home research is YouTube. That's where they're going first. So, and I'll talk about this too, but whenever we upload a video at my company, it always goes on our YouTube channel every single time. And that's because I want to be where the consumer is. But look at number two. Your individual brokerage websites. 41% of consumers are going there. So if you don't have video on your website, you should probably think about it. Once you upload a video to YouTube, it's very easy to copy and paste what's called an embed code. You just go to share and copy that code. You can embed that video right on your website. And that'll help with your SEO as well. It'll make people stay on your website longer while they're watching that video as opposed to YouTube. And then Google sees how long they're on your website, so it'll rank you up in the search results. Here's a little bit about the evolution of video, where video is today. So right now there's over 1 billion, with a B, users on YouTube. Okay? Hundreds of thousands, or hundreds of millions of hours and billions of views every single day. This is my favorite one. 300 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every single minute. Isn't that just unbelievable? So, and look at the last one here is also a great one. Mobile revenue on YouTube is up 100% year over year. So they found a way to monetize it. They're getting more searches from mobile. It's the #3 website in the entire world, the #2 search engine just behind Google. The other search engines can't even compete. It's unbelievable. So, and that's cool at the end. The first video uploaded to YouTube was just over 10 years ago, almost to the week. So YouTube's been around for 10 years now. So here's 10 other statistics of video. I'm not going to go through every single one of these because this is recorded and there's a session on this. But, I mean, it's awesome. Video increases people's understanding of your product or service by 74%. So if you're trying to talk about why they should use you over somebody else, good idea to throw a video in there. 50% of users on YouTube are watching business-related videos. And this is my favorite one. 80% of those users that watch the videos are remembering the video ads they watch online. 80%. So, okay, key components of a successful marketing video. This is not rocket science, y'all. Content. It's got to be relevant. It's got to be creative. It's got to be up to date. Length. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all that people's attention spans are really, really short, and you need to keep it short. Sometimes it's not possible. Like sometimes, and I'll show you guys at some point an example of one of our luxury listings where we just had to make it a 5-minute video because there's just that much to talk about. And for a discerning buyer that's interested in that, it'll work. But for your general like community guide or your social object video or your regular listings, no more than 1:30. Okay. I would even say if you can be under a minute, you'll do even better. Short tips. Another thing that I've seen a lot of people do is like a tech tip of the week or a buyer or seller tip of the week. That's something you could shoot from your iPhone with a selfie stick like Ennis had and upload it and just be consistent with it. Engagement. It needs to draw the viewer in. You know, it's got to be relevant stuff. And then, of course, at the end, there's got to be a call to action. And you'll see this repeat with some of the videos I show y'all in a little bit. Always, always end with a call to action. And always be consistent. So video capture and video editing. Every video that I show you guys today will be done by my video guy who's been with us for over 4 years. I hired him right out of college at $12 an hour, and he brought his own equipment. Okay, he does make more than that now. He actually does videos for the National Association of Realtors and a lot of top producing agents, even some in your own market. So he does a lot of video. But what he uses is that camera right there on the right. That is with the lens, it's about $2,000. Okay, when we first got started, we didn't have a camera anywhere near that nice. I started with a little Kodak Easy Share, $150 camera. I bought it at Walmart. The reason I bought that Kodak Easy Share, and I'll tell you guys the same thing, if you're going to buy something introductory, go with something that allows you to plug in an external microphone, because audio is just as important as video. So even when we first got started, I think I spent almost as much money on the mic that I bought. I bought a mic on eBay for like $100. It was a no-name shotgun mic. I can't even tell you the brand because it wasn't a good brand. It was just no-name. But that was $100, and the camera was $159. So $250, we're doing video, and we've got quality audio. And that camera shot in 720p. So I mean, it was good enough to get going. But this is what we use now. I thought y'all might want to see that. Also, cell phone video. Cell phones have come a long way in the last just 2 or 3 years even. And the quality of the iPhone videos is actually pretty good. So whenever I work with a lot of I work by referral only as an agent. And a lot of my referral partners, when they first reach out to me, I might be busy doing something else where I don't have time for a 20-minute phone call to introduce myself and talk about their wants and needs. So what I do every time, and I've had unbelievable success with this, I shoot a quick video from my iPhone, 15 seconds long. Just, hey, Mr. Buyer, or whatever your name is, hey, Lee, thanks for reaching out to me. I know you're interested in seeing the property at 123 Encino Grove. I'll be getting back to you this evening about 5 p.m. I look forward to touching base with you and working with you to help you with your real estate needs. That's it. Here's the thing. If they're calling other realtors, because a lot of people are going down the line and calling other realtors, once they get that video, they're going to stop because nobody else is going to do that. And they're going to feel like it's a personal touch, and I've addressed them by name, and I've sent them that video. When's the last time you got a video sent right to your phone? I think that's the new handwritten note. I really do. So I think it's not hard, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to get started with this. You just have to make the decision that you're going to do it and then be consistent with it. I don't think you should try anything new, whether it's video or any product, if you're not going to be consistent with it for at least 6 months. Because if you don't give it that much of a chance, then you might as well just not even do it. You're wasting your time. Accessories. So audio, now we use a device called an H4n. And it's a separate device specifically to record audio. So we don't run it through the camera because the camera's processor is not really made to record audio, and it's just the levels aren't as good. So this device we use is, again, it's an H4n. You can get it online for probably $100. They have them at Best Buy for $200. We don't have a fancy one. And then you just plug in an external mic to that. We have a boom mic. And Rode, R-O-D-E, is a good brand to get you started. You might spend $200 to $300 on a Rode mic, but they're very, very good quality. Selfie sticks. Yeah. That's the device that captures. The question was, what is the H4n? Is it, it's not the microphone? And the answer is no. It's just a device for capturing that audio that can capture it in a higher quality and higher bit rate than what the camera has. So then when you go and voice over that audio over your video, it sounds just as professional as the HD video. And I promise I'm going to have tons of examples for y'all. We're 2 or 3 slides away from the first one. But also lighting. Lighting is super, super important. When we go to shoot a listing video, my guy brings 4 separate lights. Big ones like you would see at a photography studio. We bought them on eBay, the whole set for $80. So we're not spending big money on this, okay? I think it even came with a green screen for $80. And we just use the lighting. We don't even use the green screen. But yeah, eBay can be a great resource for you. Another thing, too, that I like to tell people about, you have to Google this because I don't know the exact name of the website. More I might. But there's a website where you can rent lenses. So if you can even do it right in Atlanta. that's a good way to get started, especially with lenses, because the lenses are the most important thing. On those single lens reflex cameras, the SLR like you see here, they have interchangeable lenses, and the lenses can go, like the one on there right there, the one on there in the picture is probably an $800 lens, but I mean, you could spend $10,000 on a lens. And yeah, yes ma'am. She said that there's a couple stores in Marietta in the Atlanta area. If y'all would, just please hold your questions to the end. I promise I'll leave time for questions, and I'll even stick around afterwards to answer questions for about 15 minutes, okay? So, and also I'll have cards, so if we don't get to your question, I promise that you can email me and I will answer you. Anyway, that being said, the lenses are the most important thing, and you could spend a ton of money on them, so I recommend renting one first before you buy it and just making sure that it's getting the shots you want. One of the lenses that I recommend to everybody is a 50 millimeter. You can buy those on eBay for Canon or Nikon for under $100 all day. And it's really good for close-up shots, and even what it really is great for is interviews. So we talk about interviewing local businesses and doing community shots. That 50 millimeter lens captures a lot of detail, and it's very easy to use. So, and then for like actual homes, we use something that's a little bit more wide angle without distorting it. And we rented, I can't remember the name of the company, but it was out of Austin, but they're everywhere. Like she said, you can rent lenses. I think we spent about $50 to rent the lens the first time, and then we decided we wanted it, so we spent $600 to buy it. Okay? Okay, so now I'm going to talk about some individual types of videos, some components of those videos, and we'll look at examples. So starting with community guides, like we've already talked about. You need to highlight the community features. You want to talk about the surrounding areas. You know, show people what the lifestyle would be like. Where are they going to spend time with their friends? What do their evenings look like? Where are they going to go to church? Where are they going to go grab coffee? That kind of stuff. How close are they to the things that they like to do? You know, walkability is huge too. You know, a lot of websites now will have their walk scores built in. And in San Antonio, we're pretty spread out, so it's maybe different than here. The walk scores really don't, they're usually pretty low. But I know a lot of markets where the walk score is really important. So anyway, aerial needs to be cleared by your broker. And I know Tim started by saying that we're FAA approved. That's not true. I'll tell you though, I don't know where you got that honestly, but I will tell you that my friend Dale Carlton, who is the president of CRS, is here on the national level. He does aerial drone video as well. And he got a nice little letter from the FAA that said cease and desist or we're going to charge you $10,000. Guess what he did? He had his lawyer write back a letter to them saying, never contact me again. I'm not paying anything. Stay away. And guess what? That was the end of it. He keeps doing drones every day. So clear everything by your broker, but I'll tell you, a federal judge already struck down not letting you use drones in real estate. So you can already do it. So it doesn't matter what the FAA says, in my opinion. You should talk to your broker. But Dale Carlton did a nice job of shutting up the FAA, and I like talking about that. So I'm going to show y'all an example of one of my community guides now. It is about 1.5 minutes long. Again, that's where we try to keep them and try to get in as much information as possible, okay? And we're going to end with a call to action telling them to visit our website or call one of our realtors today. Hi, I'm Philip Becker. Welcome to Alamo Heights. This prestigious community is a city within a city. You can be in downtown San Antonio in just 5 minutes. The area features some of the best grocery stores and dining anywhere. Residents also love the high-end and boutique shopping and the nearby golf and country clubs. You'll find distinct homes and a wide variety from mid-century modern to retro renos to brand new estates. The schools are highly rated and the community is very tight-knit. You can learn more about Alamo Heights and the area homes at buysanantoniorealestate.com or by calling one of our realtors today. Okay, so that's an example of a community guide video. What I've done is we looked at the top 12 neighborhoods, cities within a city, communities in San Antonio based on sales and based on inventory. And we decided to make a video for each one. and make a little blurb about each one. And then we took it to the next step and created a neighborhood page on our website that lists these communities. So if you look here in the top left, it's got 3 of the communities listed there: Alamo Heights, Alamo Ranch, Bernie. Then it has 12. I just took a screenshot of the first 3. But then when you click on it, it brings you to this bottom right page, which has the video, shows every house listed on a map, has a couple little blurb and a couple pictures from the community. And then if you were to scroll down on this same page, this is what it looks like. It actually loads in the listings and the pictures. This is a Playster website, Playster. It's one of your NAR member benefits. You could have a website that looks just like this for as little as $5 a month. So pretty nice. I would recommend looking into something like that. All of my agents, we just set them up with a Playster, and our brokerage provides it as an extra thing. But throw that video in there, create that hyperlocal content. It makes people stay on your page longer. And we'll talk about some of my more successful ad campaigns here in a little bit. But one of my most successful ones was taking these community guide videos that we made and creating a YouTube playlist, and then doing an AdWords campaign that actually takes you into the YouTube playlist, and then following the analytics of how long they stay on that page and where they go when they leave that page. And it has been wildly successful because people trust YouTube. When they see that site, they're going to click on it. And then when they get relevant content, they're going to stay. And on the way the playlist works is when the first video ends, it just automatically plays the next one. So if you're moving to San Antonio and you don't know anything about the communities, you can spend 15 minutes and learn about the top 12 communities in the city right there. And guaranteed, once you've heard me say 12 times in a row, buy SanAntonioRealEstate.com, that's where you're going to look for houses. So it can be pretty effective. Okay, now let's look at listing videos. Length is important. Length is not as important in a listing video as it is in the lifestyle videos and the community guide videos. Like I touched on before, sometimes it has to be longer. The video that I'm going to show y'all now for our area is kind of mid-range, okay? It's listed at $650,000. The average price point in our market is about $240,000. So it's a little bit on the higher end. Now the average in our office is closer to $3, so it's still above our average in our office. Also the variation of shots. You'll see when you watch this video that we've mixed together aerial, we've mixed together shots with our 7D SLR with different lenses, and we've edited it all together seamlessly to give buyers a look inside the neighborhood. Also talk about the community. So unfortunately this video I'm going to show y'all, I threw this in yesterday because I didn't want to show anybody that saw me speak last year for the Georgia board the same videos. But this property is actually lakefront, so you'll hear me talking about the waterfront aspect of it, but really there's not any other community amenities. But let's say you list a house with a pool and tennis courts and walking trails and an HOA park. You want to talk about that stuff. You want to even show it in your videos. Also talk about the schools and surrounding areas. Be careful not to talk about how schools are ranked or rated. Always refer to a third party like Great Schools. And again, you're painting a picture of the lifestyle. You want this buyer to know what their life's going to look like if they buy this property. So I'm going to stop now and show you guys this video. This is one of our listings that I will hopefully, keep fingers crossed, sell tomorrow. Welcome to 2413 Glen Drive. This 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 3,189 square foot waterfront home was custom designed and built in 2000 on just under 3/4 of an acre on gorgeous Canyon Lake. The property boasts majestic oaks, sweeping, protected views, panoramic sunrises, and unsurpassed natural light. Entertaining outdoors is a breeze with multi-tiered decks with Trex decking, 2 balconies, a fenced, manicured lawn, fire pit, and a paved cart path. Inside, the home continues to impress, starting with the dramatic windows throughout the main living space and the lake views from nearly every room. The eat-in kitchen with large island features level 4 granite, breakfast bar, abundant cabinet space, and ceramic tile floors. There is a formal dining room with custom built-ins and hardwood floors that continue into the inviting living room with Bose 5.1 surround. The private master downstairs with outdoor access and retractable awning features a large master bath with mud set shower, jacuzzi tub, 2 vanities, granite counters, his and her closets, and separate linen closet with additional storage. Upstairs, you'll find 2 well-appointed, generous bedrooms, a full bath with dual vanities, and 2 huge living spaces with tray ceilings, private balconies, and lake views. There is also a utility room off the kitchen with auxiliary fridge or freezer space, a water softener, oversized 2-car side entry garage, covered boat parking, and no HOA. Protected water views of this caliber are very rare. To make them yours, along with this exquisite home, call one of our realtors today. You'll notice my calls to action on our listing videos are always the same like that, and they always end with the same outro that you're seeing here for consistency, right? Okay, so that's an example of a listing video, and if you paid attention, you would see that there was aerial, there were some close-up shots with the 50, and there were some wide-angle shots, and then there were just some regular, normal shots. But we do a listing video for every property we shoot. It's my point of differentiation in my brokerage, and my agents don't have the choice of whether or not they do it. They have to do it. So we're at the point where we don't even charge them for it. It's just kind of part of our plan, but it's all about the consistency, right, and delivering the same experience throughout the process. If you would hold your question, please, till the end. Thank you. Now we're talking a little bit about brokerage marketing. So as Tim said, I am a broker. I do have agents. So you need to talk about differentiating yourself, getting people to choose you over your competition. I mentioned Fiverr. Has anybody, by a show of hands, anybody used Fiverr or know what Fiverr is? Okay, a lot of you. For those of you that don't, Fiverr is a great website where for $5 you can get just about anything. They make it's Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and I've had a ton of logos made. I think I'll show y'all some examples at some point, but I've had a ton of logos made for $5. I actually had them do an intro to one of our brokerage marketing videos that I'm going to show you. It's the second video coming up here, but it was $5, and they had somebody custom draw out our logo like they were drawing it and filling it in, and it looks awesome. And it was $5 one time, and so we use that on our intro for some of our marketing stuff. But you want to revamp your logo, you want to do and maybe logos for each community that you do, $5. So pretty neat. Another thing that I think is cool is when you get these really small businesses that are really just getting started and you want to add awesome value to them, consider doing something for them on Fiverr and presenting it to them with a little video that you make. I bet you'll get some referrals if you actually do that. Okay? Again, calls to action, right? Always, always the most important thing. You have to have a call to action at the end. This video is funny, okay? I'm gonna tell y'all, most of my agents are young, and we're definitely unapologetic, and we're not for everybody. So you may not like this one, but this is one of our brokerage marketing tools, and I think it does a great job of differentiating ourselves from our competition. Everybody that I've showed it to has just loved it. So here it is. This is brokerage marketing. It's 3 different scenarios. The first one is you shouldn't buy your house online. So we're trying to compete with Zillow and Trulia. The second one is you shouldn't hire your uncle just because he's your uncle, right? You shouldn't just hire a family member. You want a professional. And then the third one is that some things should not be do-it-yourself. So without further ado, here we go. He's adding homes to his
would you
cart.
look at that? That's a really nice one.
Anybody remember Movie Phone?
Hello and welcome to BuyHomesOnline.com. To speak with one of our robots, please press 1. I'm sorry, all of our robots are currently busy. Please stay on the line for the next available robot. Your estimated wait time is greater than 180 minutes.
I'm gonna call Uncle Wayne.
I told you not to hire your uncle as our realtor.
These are all my agents, by the way. It's hilarious. This is my top agent. And there's my Beagle. Yeah, Beagle cameo. So lazy.
Hello?
Hey, Uncle Wayne. How's our house doing on the market? Have you had any showings today?
Yeah, we've had like 5 showings today. This house is gonna sell like a hotcake.
That's good. What are you doing right now?
Well, I just got done cleaning up the yard, getting ready to mow.
Look at his for sale sign. It's so sad.
Were you able to fix the garage door?
Oh, honey, I gotta go. I gotta mow before the next showing.
Uncle Wayne? He hung up, but he said he was mowing.
What?
Shiloh. Hashtag Google.
Uncle Wayne, I'm tired of you. We're done with your lies.
Margarita?
Watch what she types in on Pinterest. It's awful, but
That
it's
is
funny.
a wonderful idea. Ooh.
Honey?
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just on Pinterest. You know how I love do-it-yourself projects?
You know, maybe we should sell our house ourselves.
Hey, that sounds like a great idea. We can do that.
No phone number.
Hello?
Yeah.
No, Mom, I can't talk right now. I'm waiting for somebody to call about the house.
You know, it was
All
on
right,
for
bye.
salebyowner.com.
No buyers yet.
When it's time to make a move, it's time to hire a professional. To find out more about buying or selling with Becker Properties, call one of our realtors today.
What did y'all think about that one? So, like I said, most of our clients are younger, our agents are younger. I think it was a great point of differentiation. We've had our clients share that video and just say, look how cool our realtors are. It's hilarious. But you know what we could do to take that to the next level? Follow it up with a blog post about why it's important to hire a professional. Talk about those things that can come up when you hire a family member, things that can come up when you try to do it yourself or when you try to buy a property online. And there's some great content that will boost you in SEO, and then you just embed the video. Boom. So the next one, this is informative marketing. This is something that I would send to a buyer between setting up my appointment with them for the buyer. I do a buyer counseling session. That's how I start with my clients. I don't start on showings. I make them meet me in my office or a Starbucks, and we talk about the process and we go through it to make sure, because I'm interviewing them at the same time. I might not want to work with them. I fire people a lot. I actually fired somebody yesterday from Mora's house, but it was interesting. But anyway, informative marketing educates your clients in a non-invasive way. Your first-time buyers, almost guaranteed, are going to have questions. They're not going to know the process, but they might be afraid to ask you. So this video breaks down the home buying process into 8 steps, or actually I think it might be 12, and goes through one by one, makes it really easy to understand. This video cost me $50 total. You could have somebody make this for you on Fiverr right now. And this was done all with Premiere Pro, which is an Adobe product for video editing, Premiere Pro. But again, I didn't do any of the editing. I just told the guy what I wanted and he put it together. So This is about a 3-minute video. Again, this is for buyers, mainly first-time buyers, between me talking with them and our initial buyer counseling session. Very cheap video to make.
So what exactly is the process of buying a home? Let's look at the 12 steps. Step 1 is sitting down with a real estate agent to discuss and analyze your wants and needs. This very important step can set the tone for the success of your home search. Step 2 is where you and your real estate agent establish a working relationship with each other. You are officially a team. Step 3 is where you speak with a lender and get pre-approved for financing, which helps make sure you're looking at homes you can afford. The other option, if you have the ability, is to pay cash.
I love those.
Step 4 is where the fun begins. This is where your search moves from online viewing to in-person viewing, as you and your dedicated buyer specialist venture out in search of your next home. Step 5. You've found that special place you want to call home. Step 6 is when you sit down with your agent to write up an offer. You write a check for your escrow deposit, and your agent gets the offer presented to the seller. Negotiations begin. Step 7 begins when the seller accepts your offer. At this time, you begin removing any contingencies in your offer, including completing the home inspection process. Step 8 is where you complete your full mortgage application. This includes the lender pulling your full credit report, verifying your employment and finances, and ordering an appraisal on the home you are purchasing. Step 9 is where your loan goes into underwriting. This is where the final decision is made on whether you get loan approval. Underwriting can do 3 things.
I love that.
They can approve your loan, they can reject your loan, or they can give you additional conditions to meet in order to get loan approval. Step 10. The loan has been approved and sent to the title company or closing attorney to examine if the home you are purchasing has a clean title, as well as assuring the property is properly insured and, if needed, surveyed. Step 11. All of the documentation is pulled together for closing day. Step 12. It's closing day. You meet to bring your down payment money, sign all of the loan documents, and get the keys to your new home. Let moving day begin.
It explains the process, right? This little outro that they're doing, that was done on Fiverr for me for $5. Pretty cool, right? $5. The whole video was $50 for everything. And it's a great tool. I mean, I use it all the time. So, also, even more non-invasive, it's on our YouTube channel, so people can watch it without even calling me if they don't want to, if they're interested in the process. We also have one that talks about financing. We have another one that's called How to Buy and Why, and kind of goes over the differences between a renter and an owner, and talks about some of the net worth differences and that kind of stuff, the lifestyle differences, that the kids make better grades in school, etc. So all that kind of stuff. Now we'll talk a little bit about testimonial video. And I actually have 2 testimonial videos to show you. One now, and then I'm going to save one for closer to the end of the class, because we are going to talk about some of the new agent rating stuff that's coming out. We'll touch on Real Satisfied. We'll touch on the new Realtor.com profiles, and also look at Zillow and other reviews. But this testimonial allows you to get agent ratings at the next level on your terms. You put somebody in a video, they're going to share it with their sphere of influence almost every time, because they like to see themselves on video. How we do this is, for our clients, every time they close with buyer, seller, any agent, we send them out a Real Satisfied questionnaire, which just kind of, I'll go through this a little bit later, just kind of ask them how the experience was, okay? If we get a good, really good ratings and they write a testimonial, then I'm going to reach out to them and specifically welcome them and ask them to come do a video testimonial for us. If they do, we give them a $50 gift card to the restaurant of their choice, and people just love doing it. It generates more business, and the second one is the most important. Gen X and Gen Y, which, and millennials too, they're the majority of the home buyers you have coming in right now. They rely heavily on what their friends think. So if their friends like you, and you can show them in video, they're going to use you. And again, they'll share it on their social media. So this testimonial is brief. This was one of the first ones we did. This video was done 3 years ago. It's probably pretty low quality compared to the videos we do now. And when you see the testimonial I'll show you at the end, it's like night and day. But I'm showing you this one because I think it's important to just get started and do it. It doesn't have to be perfect from the beginning, okay? This client came from a banking background, and when she first called me, she had that attitude that she knew way more about real estate than I did. And I was just there to open doors. And by the end of the transaction, she was blown away because we were able to find a loan program that she didn't even know about. And so this is her testimonial. And again, this is just brief.
I was introduced by my hairdresser, but I actually, before she could introduce us personally, met Philip at a margarita night.
So I'll tell you all about those in a minute. Margarita nights, those are fun.
It was really great. Everything went very quickly, and I was able to get into a house much sooner than I thought I would be able to. So. I would definitely recommend Becker Properties. I came from a mortgage background, so I kind of knew what I was looking for, but Philip was able to give me even more information than what I had and help me qualify for even better programs. So
anyway, easy, right? Powerful. And she shared this, and she's still one of my clients today. I manage properties for her, but I get referrals from her probably once every 2 months. It's awesome. And that was easy to do. Even with I had my video guy shoot that, but I could have easily shot that with an iPhone, easily, right? And all it costs is $50 because you give them a gift card. Boom. And then they sing your praises, and if you give them a gift card to a cool new trendy restaurant, they'll probably check in there while they're eating there and say, hey, thanks again, Philip, and there's another shout out for you that's probably worth more than $50. Agent bio videos. I like this too because people don't want to do business with a robot, right? They want to know you. They want to build rapport. A lot of times my clients end up becoming my friends, and they're a key part of my life. And so I want them to get to know me on a more personal level. And so we offer it to our agents as well, that they can do agent bio videos. And it helps people meet the team, select the agent that's going to mesh well with them. And again, it gives the agent an identity outside of real estate. We're going to talk about social objects next, and this is someplace where your social object could start. So this is one of my agents. Her name is Tammy Brewer, and this is her agent bio video.
Hi, I'm Tammy Brewer, and I'm excited to be a realtor with Becker Properties. Before joining this incredible team, I was a pastor for 13 years, and as part of that ministry, I loved working with young people and helping them grow and be successful in life. And as my client, I hope to do the same thing for you. I want to build a relationship, find out what it's going to take, and find that home that will help you succeed in life. Outside of real estate, I have a family that I absolutely love and adore, 2 nieces that I can't get enough of. So I know how important it is to have family and have those ties and the connection to the community. So I'm going to work hard to make sure that we find the right community for you and your family to grow in. So if you want a realtor that is full of integrity, hard work, and commitment, then give me a call. I'll be happy to work for you and help you find the perfect home for you and your family.
Easy, right? That was nothing special. She actually went through it quickly because she's not very comfortable in front of the camera. But it works. It works. Okay? The next video, this is for anybody that's not doing video now and wants to start doing it, this is your jumping off point. Community involvement videos. Find a local charity, a local event, a local realtor thing that you're passionate about, and show up and make a video recap on it. And post it online with a little blog post. Maybe post it on the Facebook group for that page if there's a Facebook group, or maybe there's a Facebook group talking about things going on this weekend in Atlanta, whatever it is. Posting those videos to Facebook groups can be huge. I'm a member of one that has like 30,000 members in it, and it's just a San Antonio, it's like a San Antonio garage sale page kind of thing, essentially. And you just post stuff that you have for sale, kind of like Craigslist, but on Facebook. Post a video in there on one of our listings, or post a video in there about a community involvement event, it gets like 700 views instantly. That boosts you up big time with SEO and big time with Google. So this community involvement allows you to give back while growing your business at the same time. Again, it's hyper-local content. It's stuff that big data can't touch. So you can add this to your sites and be more relevant. So yeah, make a recap video. It draws traffic to your site or your YouTube page. This one, I told Maura I wasn't going to show this one again because a couple people cried. last time. We found a charity that we were really, really passionate about. Like I said, I love beagles. I'm an animal lover. So we found an animal shelter that unfortunately was 100% kill because they just didn't have the funds. After this event, I'm happy to say they're now 0% kill. We raised a ton of money, and it goes on every year now. This is called Paws in the Park.
Majority of our animals leave through transfers to rescues. Some of our animals are adopted, but because the shelter's kind of been off the beaten path for so long with nobody knowing that we're here, our adoptions are still starting to pick up. We've aggressively started transferring animals to rescues. We get them in faster than we can even process them some days. So I'm constantly on the phone and emailing back and forth with rescue groups. As long as they come in and they're either, healthy, friendly, or if they have a medical condition that we can treat that's not going to be a detriment to the other animals here, then yeah, we're getting them out of here alive one way or another. We need just support from the community, people to be aware that we're here, come in, adopt from us, help us get these animals out so that we're not putting that burden on the rest of the rescues to have to pull animals from us.
Who was the only person?
We always need help with volunteering. We've only got one person that works here full time, which is me, so we need volunteers to come in, and not so much to do my job for me, but to help enrich the lives of the animals that are here, because I can basically meet the bare minimum of their needs. We have a lot of programs that we've started. We do low-cost vaccination clinics and wellness clinics every single month, usually towards the end of the month, where we offer the low-cost vaccinations and services to people, help them get preventative care for their animals. Anybody can come. We want to help animals wherever we can help them.
So this is what Kirby Animal Care Services currently has as their dog park. I would say this is definitely one of the many projects that needs funding here. All of the animals, this is where they come out and stretch their legs, and this is kind of where they get to play around. And as you can see, it really needs some help, so please come out and help our furry friends who can't help themselves. We'll be at Friendship Park in Kirby for the first annual Paws in the Park fundraiser supporting Kirby Animal Care Services. We'll have a raffle, a silent auction, low-cost pet vaccinations, pet adoptions, a tug-of-war contest, a pie throwing contest, dog obedience courses, pictures with your pet, dog contest, face painting, and much more. So please come out on Saturday, May 19th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and help us support Kirby Animal Care Services at the first annual Paws in the Park.
For the video, we had no sponsors. The video raised $10,000 in sponsorships. We raised like $50,000 at the event. The mayor called us out and thanked us in front of the community at the next city council meeting. We got 5 of the top builders in San Antonio to build dog houses, builder dog houses, and some of them were amazing. They had AstroTurf front lawns and misting systems and standing seam metal roofs, low E2 windows. I mean, it was unbelievable. It was such a fun event, and I think this is the 3rd annual one this year now, and so it's been really cool, and you can tell the way I'm speaking that I'm passionate about this, and man, I've gotten so much business from it too, so thank you. Thank you. Okay, so that's a really great way to get started with video and get involved. Is, there's events going on every weekend. Find something that you're passionate about and get involved, and then again, be consistent with it. So now we're going to talk about social object. What social object is something that consumers can identify with you with outside of real estate, right? Because again, they don't want to do business with a robot, okay? So again, consistency is key. Have fun with it. So mine, social object, I'm from San Antonio again. So we have a lot of great Mexican food. We have a lot of great margaritas. Before I show you all this video, I'm going to say again, I'm unapologetic. But for us, it's been really successful. We've had over 60 Margarita Mondays now at different restaurants throughout the San Antonio area. Most of the time when we walk in, people know me by name. They comp our margaritas. Our video goes on the homepage of their website. If you look at the number, when people think Mexican food in San Antonio, most of them think Rosario's. It's the most famous restaurant. Our video's been on the homepage of their website for years. Restaurants have stolen this and started doing Margarita Mondays. Other agents across the country have stolen this and started doing it in their markets. An agent out of Memphis does barbecue once a week. An agent out of Miami does mojitos. You could do anything. Anyway, this is for us, it's been very successful. It's a way to draw in the community. It's a way to bring in people, even from our competitors, and bring in people and meet them and just create fellowship. And at the same time, I have sold houses to 5 people that I met at Margarita Monday. And one of them was one of those testimonials that I showed you. But my favorite one is I was at a Spurs game, and it was halftime, and I was in line for a margarita. And the guy in front of me turns around, and he's this bald guy. He's maybe in his 50s, and he said, "Hey, are you a Becker?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm a Becker. Like, how do I know you?" And he said, "I got to tell you, I'm from Germany. I've been planning a trip here for 6 months. I found one of your Margarita Monday videos, and I watched them all. And I got to agree, man, your recommendations are great. We agree with most of what your recommendations were." And so we visited a lot of the places, and man, I'm just so happy to meet you in person. So I connected with the guy on Facebook. We stayed in touch. He came back to visit maybe like a year later. And he said, "Philip, I'd love to meet up for a Margarita Monday." So we did a Margarita Monday with him. He came. And while we were having margaritas, he kind of laid something heavy on me. He said, "Unfortunately, I'm here because my mom passed away." And so it was really sad. But he thought of us, the fun part of us, to secure top-of-mind awareness. And we sold that house as well. And so he was really happy with us. And he's still in Germany now, but whenever he comes down, we always get together for a margarita. So this is my social object, Margarita Monday.
Hey guys, happy Margarita Monday.
Happy fall, it's Margarita Monday.
From Memphis, Tennessee, it's Margarita Monday. It's Margarita Monday again, and we're in Austin. We're back in San Antonio this week from Margarita Monday. All right guys, it's Margarita Monday.
Hey guys, Scott Jordan, Margarita Mondays.
One of my competitors.
Ryan, we're here at Margarita Mondays.
For Margarita Monday at Casa Rio. So here's the 411 on the Los Barrios Margarita. Made with Juarez tequila and
the first one ever.
Pretty good, and I give it about 3 out of 5 limes.
4.5 out of 5 limes.
4.5 limes.
I gotta give it a 5 out of 5 limes.
5 limes.
4 out of 5.
3 limes.
2.5 limes.
3 out of 5 limes.
I had to give it a 5.5 out of 5.
We're down here at Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. We flew down here today for a nice margarita.
4 out of 5 limes.
5 out of 5 limes.
I give it about 4 out of 5 limes.
Yep, it sure is good. 6.5 limes.
I give it 4 out of 5.
Out of 5.
4.5 out of 5 limes.
5 out of 5 limes.
5 out of 5 limes. I'm gonna have to give it a 2 because the mangoes are damn good. Damn good.
So forget the 5 limes, this is the perfect 10.
3.5 happy hour limes.
3 out of 5 limes.
4 out of 5 limes. I give that 5. 5 limes out of 5.
I give it about 3.5 limes.
5 out of 5 limes.
3 out of 5 limes.
4.5 out of 5
I fired that client yesterday.
Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Terry here at Abositos for Margarita Monday. This is a mango margarita, and I give it 5 mangoes.
5 mangoes. 3.5 strawberries out of 5.
5 out of 5 lemons.
3.5 out of 4 stars.
5 out of 5 mint leaves.
I'm gonna give this 4 out of 5 bones.
3 out of 5 sangrias.
This guy's out of control. Yeah. That was a whole sopapilla. We took over a few restaurants and shut them down. We had so many people.
Hi, I'm Terry, and we're here at Abositos.
That was the recap of our 50 episodes. So if you want to look on my YouTube later, we had 50 episodes before that. Now we have like 60 something. And if you email me, I'll send you the VIP edition of Margarita Monday, but that one's not public. But we have had some great times doing this, guys. It's a social object. It's a great thing. Okay, so what I want to do now is we really don't have really set up to where we can do small groups, but I want to just spend a few minutes. We're not going to follow this exactly, but I want you guys to spend a couple minutes talking with your neighbors around you and coming up with a couple brainstorm ideas for social objects that you could create here in the Atlanta market. And if anybody has, spend 5 minutes talking amongst yourself with it. And I'd like to, I'd like for maybe the top 2 or 3 ideas, if you have a really good one, to share it. Okay? There you go. Thank you, Kate. Anybody have a really good idea that they want to share? Anybody? Please, one of y'all stand. Okay. Yeah, stand up and enunciate, if you will. Wow, that is so cool. So the two that were mentioned on this side of the room was one of these realtors smokes cigars. So she could feature local cigar shops and maybe a certain cigar. And again, that's a great place to highlight a local business as well. And then Hillary, she's a cyclist. She likes to bike ride. And so she could do something like Roll with Hillary. And maybe she's visiting a certain different park or different area of town each week or each month. And then it translates to her clients wanting to roll with Hillary to the closing table. So that's pretty cool. Anybody else have one that they really like? Yes, please. Yeah, so she's a foodie, so she's going to do restaurants. I love that idea. And how hard is it when you're dining to spend 15 seconds or even 30 seconds just talking about the restaurant real quick? I think that's great. I think the key to all of these ideas will be consistency. Does anybody else have one? Well, you need to make room in your closet for the new one, so that goes with the drive. I love that. So she loves shoes, so that's her thing. And I'll add something. If you haven't heard of or don't know Amy Smythe Harris, she's a very popular realtor and speaker in technology. Her social object is shoes. And it's funny because she's done it so well. When she comes to an NAR thing, she brings an extra suitcase full of shoes. And she'll change her shoes 3 or 4 times. You would love her. That's why I mentioned her name. You need to know her. But it's gotten to the point now where I'll look on her Facebook, and random people will say, oh, my God, I just saw these shoes, and I thought of you. So she has secured top-of-mind awareness with that social object. So when they think real estate, they'll probably think about her, too. So first of all, we don't pay for anything. If you relate back to the video that I showed, we never market my brokerage in the video ever. We do not list it. We don't do Margarita Mondays at our office. It's always at a restaurant. I never pay for margaritas for anyone. It's a huge liability. Now, I don't care about the bar tab, honestly. I'm happy to. I usually will buy the appetizers. But to be honest with you, for the most part, they comp our tabs now. They just do. Yes, ma'am. No. It's totally separate. It's my social object. What I do have is a website called SanAntonioMargaritas.com, where all of these are posted, as well as links to the restaurant and a little blurb about the restaurant. Now, there is a sneaky little real estate search on the side column. But other than that, it does not mention my company at all. So, yes, ma'am. Invite your clients. Invite them to come with you. That's a great idea. So family activities when you have kids. Yes, ma'am, in the back. So the question was, who am I inviting to my Margarita Mondays? And that is a good question. Thank you. It's actually open to anyone and everyone. And how we do it is at the end of each Margarita Monday. The video I showed y'all didn't have this because it was a 50-episode recap. But at the end of every video, I tell you where we're going to be next time. And under the Margarita Monday logo, it'll have the name and the address of where we're going to be next time. That's the only way you'll know where we're going to be. If you see it on SanAntonioMargaritas.com or Margarita Mondays on Facebook or anywhere else you see it, you're welcome to come. We have a lot of agents that come, a lot of my friends that come, a lot of people in our office that come. Yes, ma'am. No. They don't anticipate anything. We promise nothing. You know what we promise? You're going to create fellowship with some good friends and enjoy some good food and margaritas. They're coming on their own dime every time. If it does get comped, that's just a great thing for them, and it does a lot. It really does. But no. I mean, and honestly, it's not the same crowd. No. We're not sponsoring anything. All we're doing is creating some content about the community and putting it out there. And, nope. Nope. I don't. I do have the restaurant. The only people that signs the waiver is the restaurant. The restaurant allows us to film inside of their establishment. We just don't do it. So I'll tell you this, when I'm shooting real estate videos and community guide videos and stuff like that, we don't show faces. If we do, it's somebody that's specifically, like with a pause in the park, she agreed to do that video to help her out. But yeah, we try not to show faces. So also try not to show neighboring properties. If we're doing drones and we accidentally get a shot of that neighboring property, we're gonna edit that out. Yes, ma'am. And I put it on Facebook and I said, hey, we're gonna start doing Margarita Mondays. Here's where we're gonna be next week at 7. We always do it at 7 p.m. It's always on Monday. We don't do it every week anymore because, frankly, I just can't. We do it like once a month now. But for the first year, we did it every single week. And yes, I did. And I also posted on my personal page too because I'm actually not marketing my business at all. It's just a fun thing. And actually, the second Margarita Monday, the first one, it was only 4 people: my brother, myself, my video guy, and my cousin. The second one, we had about 15 people show up. The third one, we had over 20, and that's where I met Chandler, first person I sold a house to that I met at Margarita Monday. So, and that goes back to the consistency piece. Okay, we're going to move on to the next thing. I appreciate all y'all had some great ideas. I'm sure there's some more out there that we didn't get to, but I'm going to move on here. Okay? So now, industry events. So this is kind of the same as community involvement, but within the industry and giving back. And so, like I told you all at the beginning, I've been really involved with YPN. And so I'm passionate about YPN. And they do a thing every year in San Antonio called Santa at Sam. Sam Ministries is our local overcoming homeless shelter. Okay, and they do transitional housing. And a lot of these parents don't have the opportunity to have family pictures around the holidays or any pictures of their kids with Santa. So we bring in Santa Claus, who's usually my dad. It's hilarious. And we bring in a professional photographer who donates his time. And he brings in a printer to where right after he takes that picture, it prints out right there for them. We put it in a nice folder and we give it to them. And in between taking their pictures and waiting in line, we have letters to Santa, and they get to make reindeer food and decorate cookies. And we have breakfast for them. And we've just finished our third one. I think this video is from the first one, but we've just finished our third one. And I offered a video at every single time, and we don't charge, and we don't put our brand in there at all because this is just a giving back thing. And I think you should give back to the industry that gives so much to you. So it is a great write-off, and it's an indirect way to generate business because, again, people don't want to do business with a robot. They want to know you. They want to know that you're a good person, that you're giving back to the community, and it's great publicity. So this is YPN's Santa at Sam.
This is the Young Professionals Network, and we are putting together our first annual Santa at Sam. This event allows the children here at Sam Ministries and their families who might not be able to take a photo with Santa to have a professional photo done, and then do arts and crafts and have a wonderful breakfast provided by many of our great sponsors.
We're here at Santa at Sam, YPN's first annual event at Sam Ministries, and we could not have done this without help from some unbelievable sponsors.
First of all, I just want to say thanks for having me. I know this is the first year you guys are kicking this off here, and I'm more than happy to provide a service and help you guys out. I hope you guys enjoy everything. It's fresh out of the cafe, so.
My name is Marietta Alba with the Apartment and Relocation Center. The Young Professionals Network of Sabor has worked very hard this year to help Sam's ministry. The Apartment and Relocation Center, in turn, every year feels so blessed for everything that we receive. In turn, it is our policy to always give back. And it is so wonderful to be able to give back to those that need it most.
It was really touching towards the end of the party. A family actually came up to some of the organizers and had a lot to say about how grateful they were because they have gone literally 2 years without any pictures of their families, and they were just so grateful.
We're just glad to be part of this, and every family deserves to have a Santa picture, homeless or not, and we're just happy to be a part of it and to be able to give back to our community.
SWBC, we're a big believer in the community, and this is such a great thing that the Sam Ministries does, and we're glad to be here. We're glad to be a sponsor. Anything we can do to give back for Christmas.
On behalf of YPN, we'd like to thank Sabor, our sponsors, and all the families here at Sam Ministries.
And we can't wait to see you next year at our second annual Santa at Sam's.
We want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a blessed and safe New Year.
Cool, right? We didn't market my brokerage at all on that either. I didn't get paid to do that. We didn't get reimbursed. I just spent the money to do it. It cost me like $200. Okay, it was worth it. This is going to segue into my next thing. You guys have heard through all the videos we've watched some pretty cool audio and some pretty cool music for each one. There is a great website, royaltyfreemusic.com. or royaltyfreeaudio.com. Check with one of the two. There's over 10,000 songs you can get royalty-free on there. It's very, very important to use royalty-free music. Don't put a Taylor Swift song on your background of your listing video. Two things. One, is it what? Oh, yeah, you will get sued. Yeah, good call. But also, YouTube has spent tens of millions of dollars on content, basically content notification, to where they analyze the video and the audio in it, and they can find out right away if that's a copyrighted material or not. If it is, your video is not going to be available on mobile half the time, and it's going to have ads every time. And guess what? If I use a non-royalty free music in one of my videos, a Coldwell Banker ad is going to pop up every single time. And I don't like that because I don't work for Coldwell Banker. So I try to use, again, royalty-free music. So keep that in mind. Royaltyfreemusic.com. Royaltyfreemusic.com. We have about 6 minutes before we're going to take a break so everybody can do their text messages and return phone calls, because I know that's important for us. I'm going to show you one more video, and when the video ends, we'll take our break, okay? How long is our break? 15 minutes? Yeah, but right before the break. Okay, great. So our sponsor's going to come right before the break. So we're going to watch this video, we'll hear a word from our sponsor, and then we will go on to our break, okay? Okay, it is a 15-minute break. And again, this video I'm going to show you guys is about 5 minutes long. I talked about this in the beginning. This is a high-end listing video. This house is listed for $1.5 million. So we could not have done it the same way we do other videos. There's just so much to talk about that it has to be long. But anybody interested in a property like this video will pull you in, and the amazing stuff in here is awesome. So I'm going to play this real quick, and then we'll have Gina come up.
55 Champions Lane is located in the ultra-exclusive community of The Dominion in San Antonio, Texas. This spectacular home is situated on the 16th fairway of the Dominion Country Club's world-class golf course. In addition, the members-only country club offers 7 separate dining areas, a wine room, 13 tennis courts, an Olympic-sized pool, and a spa. Located near the Dominion are award-winning public schools, acclaimed private academy TMI, the RIM and La Cantera shopping centers, and IH10. The Dominion offers 24-hour gated and guarded controlled access and has proven to be San Antonio's prime choice for local celebrities. As you enter the courtyard at 55 Champions Lane, peaceful tranquility surrounds you. Your senses are quickened by the sounds of songbirds and the soothing water feature. Then the moment you've anticipated arrives. The beautiful custom wooden and glass doors open, and you are in complete awe of the sophisticated modern elegance of this home. The realization that this home has been custom built around a majestic 400 to 700-year-old oak tree takes your breath away, and the glorious natural light brought in by the nearly 100 windows and doors impart an immediate sense that this is home. The Gourmet Chef kitchen features top-quality granite, built-in sub-zero refrigerator freezer, double ovens, warming drawer, and a 6-burner Decor gas cooktop. Double dishwashers with 4 separate drawers, each operate independently. So this masterpiece kitchen, plus the butler's pantry, makes serving fabulous meals and entertaining elegantly a breeze. Another custom feature is the climate-controlled wine corridor with custom iron door and refrigerated glass. The powder room boasts a custom-designed vanity, bowl, and mirror made by local Austin artisan Randy Broesch, who also designed the chandelier, mirror, and sconces in the dining room. This 5,000-plus square foot luxury home features 4 well-appointed bedrooms, each offering its own bath and exterior access to the outdoor courtyards. The master retreat is your own 5-star sanctuary with outdoor access leading to the heated pool and spa on the large back veranda with an amazing view of the lake and the 16th fairway. The master retreat also has a separate sitting or reading area. The master dressing room style closet has custom built-ins, and boasts an electric ladder. Walking into the master bath is like entering a world-renowned luxury spa with chocolate-colored polished marble, skylights, massive shower, separate his and hers vanities, as well as his and hers water closets.
Separate toilets, I love it.
The exquisite quality features of this home express the care and diligence and attention to details the owners have taken in creating a superior quality home. These features include solid wood interior and pocket doors throughout, custom plantation shutters on every door and window, Onken and Son custom cabinetry throughout the entire house, hand-tooled crown molding throughout, custom designed limestone fireplace in the great room, wide plank oak floors, Downs view cabinetry in the kitchen and butler's pantry, upgraded LED light fixtures, chandeliers in the bedrooms, wireless alarm system on all doors and windows, central vacuum, reverse osmosis water conditioner, even on the hose bib in the garage for a spot-free car wash, Carrara marble, outdoor kitchen in the center courtyard with specialty lighting, upgraded in 2015. Sprinkler system, drip irrigation, French drains, and engineer designed foundation elevation. Switch plates and electrical covers have all been upgraded to Lutron products. Gutters with leaf guard installed in 2014 with a 20-year transferable warranty. Eagle brand exterior doors and windows with dual insulated low E glass and aluminum clad wood. Toto brand commodes in all bathrooms and powder room. 3-car garage with a special floor treatment. Imagine all this luxury being yours, plus winding down, watching the sunset in the natural beauty that is 55 Champions Lane. This phenomenal luxury home is offered exclusively by Becker Properties, your premier independent brokerage in San Antonio. Call me today to set up a private showing.
It's been on the market for 7 days. Or maybe 6 days. We're showing it. Yeah, it's less than a week. We're showing it right now with proof of funds only, and we've had 3 showings. So, yes, our agents are required to do their own voiceover on every listing because we want them to know the agent, not somebody random. Also, they're writing that voiceover, sending it to myself or one of our broker members for approval, and then we have them go ahead and shoot it. So, okay. I'll get your question in a second. I'm going to bring up y'all sponsor from Georgia Natural Gas, Gina, if y'all would give her a welcome. Thank you. Okay, guys, we're going to get going again here. Again, this is a CE class, so we have to kind of stay on schedule as much as possible. As much as I hate staying on schedule, we have to. So now we're going to transition from video a little bit and talk about some social media marketing and how you can use this content you've created and plug in this video stuff to generate buzz and to basically create action. And then we're also going to look at some apps that I think every agent should use in their business. That probably most of them y'all are already using. It's basic stuff, but it's stuff that I use every single day. So we'll talk about some of that. This picture you're seeing up here was posted last week when I was at bar camp by Krista Clark. She's out of, where is she out of, Iowa? Yeah, she's out of Iowa, and she's one of those doodlers, and so it got cut off, but her thing at the top says, slanging real estate by shooting video. And that was her note from my class. I thought it was funny. But, okay, so now I'm going to show you guys a few examples, again, of some social media marketing. Thank you so much. Be consistent. Do I sound like a broken record yet? Be consistent. Always have a call to action. And you don't need to hard sell anyone. This was posted, April 25th. So I just said, we'll be opening a new location May 15th to better serve you. Come see us at 17020, blah, 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 in Central San Antonio. And then our hashtag, which I have trademarked. Do not steal it. Everybody steals it already, so it's cool. But our hashtag, slanging real estate. That one got 97 likes. We spent $20 in Facebook ads and ad money marketing that post. We reached 7,332 people for $20. So you do the math. It's not much money per person that you reach, right? You look at the impressions, that's huge. So I'll show you a couple others. These are 2 marketings for 2 of the listings that we have. The top left one is the video I just showed you before the break, presenting a swank, custom-built Dominion Golf Course estate sparing no expense. This exclusive residence, designed around Mother Nature, is sure to inspire even the most discerning buyer. Take a rare look inside with video. See the call to action there? Look inside, and you get to see the video. And so, does it have the... doesn't have the reach on there because I covered it with a tweet that I put up. But if you look on the bottom left, that's a tweet that I did about the same thing. So I said, even the most discerning San Antonio buyer will be inspired. Hashtag exclusive, hashtag real estate. Take a rare look inside with video. And this is going to our website that has a YouTube video embedded on it. Between those 2, in less than 24 hours, that video had 400 views. So now when you Google 55 Champions Lane, we come up even before Zillow, which is very hard to do because Zillow and Google are in bed together. So very hard to do. But you create hyperlocal content, you can be more relevant, and you have to be a lot more relevant than Zillow to be first, but you can. This one on the right, very similar. We've got this 2006 built Dominion estate with 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath study, game room and media room, attractively priced at just $130 a square foot. Your weekend ride will look great pulling out of its own separate garage. Take a look inside with video. So again, call to action. We're telling them there's a video, and we want them to take a look at it. This is my most successful. I talked about this a little bit too. This is a Community Guides YouTube playlist that had an AdWords campaign built around it. So we talked about this before, right? This just once the first one plays, like if you click play all up there, once that plays and ends, it'll go right to the next one, goes all the way through. We've had awesome click-through on that kind of stuff. And again, it goes to YouTube first, which is a site that people trust, so impressions to click-through is pretty high, higher than anything I've ever done. So utilize that kind of stuff. Everybody's on YouTube anyway, they trust it. Here's some stuff for video that I like, some apps that I like to use, and some programs. Top left is Matterport. Has anybody heard of Matterport here? I bet most of you are shaking your heads. Matterport is a new product that you can buy. It's Matterport.com. M-A-T-T-E-R-P-O-R-T. Matterport.com. And in that top left image, that's a Google Street View camera, like you see on the cars that are driving around getting the Google Maps views. You actually put that in the home, and it's very easy to control, believe it or not. You can control it with your iPad. And what it creates is a 3D image of that home that you can use in your marketing. You can then zoom out to dollhouse view, similar to how that looks right there, and look at individual rooms and how the property is laid out. You can even take measurements to see if certain things will fit right through Matterport. You can measure how wide the refrigerator space is, how deep the counters are. The coolest thing is you can now place your furniture in the house and see what it's going to look like. Matterport is a very expensive product, so it's not for everybody. It's about $4,500 to buy the camera. They also charge an annual fee to host the renderings. Okay, so you're paying about $50 a month to get started, in addition to the $4,500. But I mean, you want to talk about a point of differentiation? Most of y'all didn't even know about it, right? So your competition's not doing it. Top right, obviously YouTube. Don't even need to talk about it. It's clear. Use YouTube. That's where your videos need to be uploaded because that's where the consumer is, and you want to be where the consumer is. Snapchat. What? Being where the consumer is? That's the same reason that we put all our properties on Zillow and Trulia. I do anyway. I'm not going to hide data from people. The consumer's there anyway. So if you're an agent not putting your listings on Zillow and Trulia, you guys are just wasting you're actually doing a disservice to your clients and possibly breaking your fiduciary duty to your seller because you're not getting at maximum exposure. So we got to learn to play nice with these people. I really feel that. Snapchat on the bottom right. Snapchat is a great way to generate buzz about a new listing. You can just shoot a quick 10-second video and send it off to your sphere. I have a lot of agents that are my Snapchat friends, and I send them stuff before it hits the market. And a lot of times, they'll schedule showings right away or even ask for a pre-MLS showing. In the middle there, Vine is very similar, except for Vine can be shared out to everyone, and you can do hashtags and stuff with Vine. It's a short video clip. It's about 10 seconds. These are all shot with iPhone. Okay, this is not anything special. Same with Instagram. You know, a picture of a new house and some hashtags: San Antonio real estate, luxury, exclusive, Dominion. You know, whatever hashtags relate to that. You can also do video now with Instagram. So, and they have a really cool app called Hyperlapse that allows you to kind of zoom through a whole day or zoom through a whole showing in like 15 seconds. So that's really cool for real estate too. And Lee Brown is one of the people that's utilized that effectively out of North Carolina. But great products. All these are free except for Matterport. Facebook and Twitter. That's where I advertise, okay? You'll never see me. I don't even keep up my LinkedIn profile because I'm a younger agent. Most of my agents are younger. My clients aren't finding me on LinkedIn. They're just not. I'm not getting any business from that, so I'm not going to waste my time doing it. Facebook is huge, though, man. I get at least one referral a day from Facebook just by being consistent about letting people know who I am and what I do. You know, yesterday evening from Maura's house, I posted a picture of a house that we closed, and I said, you know, congratulations to our new buyers. We were in a really tough market where, as a matter of fact, we were a conventional financed offer. The house came on the market for $250. We offered $250 the first day it hit the market. No concessions, no nothing. A cash buyer offered $250 as well. We had our clients write a letter saying how much they loved the house and how much they wanted to raise their family there, and guess what? We got it. And so I threw a shout out to that other agent just saying how great it was to work with him, because next time we're in a multiple offer situation, I guarantee I'll get it again. It's about cultivating relationships, and everybody likes to be recognized. We come from a society where the Gen X's, Gen Y's, and Millennials, they got a ribbon just for showing up and participating. Everybody's a winner, right? So people like that. People like to be recognized. So I try to do that, you know, and I have a good experience with another agent. I let them know that I really appreciated working with them, and I'm not afraid to throw a shout out to them. Twitter as well. That photo that I showed you a few slides ago, the slanging real estate by shooting video, like 8 people retweeted that, and it's a stupid doodle. But my Twitter reach went huge that day because of it. Some really big name people like Brian Copeland retweeted that, and some other people, so it was kind of cool to see that. Now, a couple apps for you. This one on the top left this is just branded for Metro Realty now, but what that is RPR Mobile. Anybody using RPR Mobile? Great. Oh, well. Okay, so in that case, this is my first time speaking to the Atlanta Board of Realtors. You won't be able to utilize RPR Mobile yet, but these other two you should be able to utilize for sure. Do y'all use zip forms? Okay. ZipForm, I love ZipForm because I use the mobile version of it as well. So when I add something into my, you know, I'm writing a contract up and we make our first offer and we get a counter and I'm on the go with another buyer or seller at another appointment, I can pull up ZipForm Mobile from my iPhone or iPad and adjust the price quickly. And then DocuSign, which is showing you their mobile interface at the top right, integrates with ZipForm seamlessly. So then I can automatically take my contracts from ZipForm and say I need these electronically signed, and it will open it up in DocuSign, and all the signatures and initials are already put in place for me, so I don't have to spend time dragging signatures and initials. So I personally love it. And I know this is kind of some more basic stuff that you guys probably are already using, but I use it every single day, and it's good stuff. These are 2 referral partners that if you're not using these guys, you should probably take some notes, and some of you should apply to be an Agent Pronto, agentpronto.com referral agent. Agentpronto.com, this is showing just their website. They started out in Chicago, but they're in lots of markets now. I'm positive they're in Atlanta. I get referrals from them all the time. It's a 25% referral fee if you close the deal. It's nothing to be involved. Nothing. You just send in your information, tell them what kind of sides you did. They review to make sure you're actually selling a couple houses, and then they'll start sending you stuff. And every time I get an Agent Pronto referral, the first thing I do is shoot a quick video, 15 seconds. Hi, I'm Philip Becker. I'm a broker at Becker Properties. I'm also an Agent Pronto referral partner. I'm going to be reaching out to you to discuss setting up a showing on this house you're interested at this time. In the meantime, here's a link to our video about the buying process. I look forward to speaking with you and assisting you in your buying needs. HomeSnap, another free referral source. I started with HomeSnap back when they were Sawbuck Realty, and they actually did charge a referral fee if you closed the deal. And I did close, I think we closed 5 or 6 of those referral deals, but Now, HomeSnap's kind of transitioned into where if you have a profile set up on there, you can get free leads when people ask a question. Now, the quality of the leads isn't amazing. Sometimes it's just a cold web buyer lead, and you've got to incubate those for sometimes 18 months to get a sale out of it. So you better have good drip campaigns. You better be staying on top of people and calling them back. But HomeSnap gives me free leads all the time now, and I don't even pay a cent if we close them. So that's a really cool source for you. Homesnap.com. There's also the HomeSnap app. If you haven't used it before, it just allows you to take a picture of a house. It's using the GPS. The picture doesn't even matter. The picture that you're taking is just adding a photo to their database. But it's using your GPS to pull the county tax records to tell you what the house might be worth, if it's listed, that kind of stuff. Let's see. Here is the homepage of what a Playster site looks like. This is before you even set it up. This is as basic as it comes. $5 a month with IDX integration. Playster, PLACESTER.com. STER.com. So Playster agent websites for realtors provide the perfect blend of power, flexibility, and simplicity. I guess I should say that I'm not selling this, guys. I just use it and I love it. I'm not selling anything to y'all. I just love this. This is an NAR member benefit now, so it's super cheap. It's got a great back end. It's very easy to set up. If you don't know web, just get this. You can set it up yourself. I guarantee it. It's so easy, and it's responsive, and it works on mobile. And it's just a great site, and it links with social media. You can force registration or not. You can get tons of leads from it. The IDX is just awesome. And again, $5 a month. You can't beat it. This is what one of our websites looks like as well. And I wish Ben, Maura's husband, Ben, was here because I'd love to tell him about this. I still use an old school IDX in our website. And IDX is your internet data exchange that brings in your listings from the MLS, of course. We use Diverse Solutions still, and ID Express WordPress plugin. The reason I use this, and I've tried lots of different things. Diverse Solutions is old. It's a Zillow company now. A lot of people don't like it. I'll tell you, I've tried all kinds of stuff. This has the best SEO of any IDX because of the way that it works. And I'm telling you this because I come from a web design background. So I owned a web design company way before I was in real estate. And after that, I owned a company called WeddingSignal.com, where I built the website from the ground up. We sold over 1,000 products wedding related, and I built every single page. So I know the web pretty well. And what makes Diverse Solutions so great is when you click on a listing, you're not leaving your site. It's going to your web. I'm just going to use my website, becker-realtors.com/IDX/ and then the listing. So I'm on my URL, and I'm actually deeper into the website. So there's some scientific stuff in there, but Google likes that. Okay, that's the basis of it. Google loves that. And so that's why I would recommend an IDX that integrates seamlessly into your site. There's also a great local IDX that some of you guys might use called Showcase, based out of Atlanta. I would recommend looking to them as well. But Diverse Solutions is awesome. I can tell you that our current website generates 10 to 15 leads a day from that Diverse Solutions site. And I send them all out to our agents. So that's between 300 and 450 leads a month out to our agents just from this one site that I pay $129 a month for the plugin. The Diverse Solutions main plugin, which is our property search feature at the top left, is $99. And then this other plugin, the ID Express, is $29 a month. It's not the coolest, it's not the newest, it's not shiny, it doesn't look as good as Playster, but it works. So I recommend that for an IDX if you're not going to use Playster. Here's some stuff about Diverse Solutions. It's IDX for web, mobile, and WordPress. When you go to it from your mobile site, from your phone, it automatically redirects you to a mobile search. Really, really important now that your website's mobile friendly. Last week, if anybody's been following, Google has decided to bury your website, and it started last Friday, if it's not mobile friendly. So your website that's not mobile friendly right now, it just went way, way down in the search rankings. And I'm going to tell you how you can fix that a little bit later on, okay? I'm going to teach you how to fix that. But mobile is important, so when you're thinking about an IDX, you want something that's mobile friendly. Anybody recognize what this little screenshot is? Prime Seller Leads, that's correct. Prime Seller Leads is super cheap. I think I pay $60 a month for it, and it creates a website. Ours is lookup, myhomesvalue.com. And all it is a IP address based site that tracks your IP address so it knows where you're sitting when you go to that website. So if we were going to it from Atlanta right now, it would say, are you selling your Atlanta home or condo? If we were in San Antonio, it would say San Antonio. I do it generic. The website's just look up myhomesvalue.com. I generate leads from there that I can refer to my referral partners all the time. And it's the easiest way to generate leads. I mean, $60 a month, what is that, $720 a year? If I get one referral, just referral a year, it would pay for it. But we actually bring in about 3 to 4 leads a day off of this site for sellers. Also, there's partial leads that can come in from here. If somebody starts to enter their address but doesn't go and fill out everything, this is what I've done to recapture them. I've got their address, right, but I didn't get their name and phone number and email. They backed out, or they're like, oh, this is just a squeeze page trying to get my information, and they thought it was a hard sell, and so they walked away. What we've started doing is we've created postcards that mimic lookupmyhomesvalue.com. It looks just like the website on the front, and it has the same little box on there. But then it has a little arrow that says, oh, wait, you forgot to get your free analysis. Come back, and in 34 seconds at lookupmyhomesvalue.com, you can get your analysis. And it's easy for me to send those to them and address them by their first name, because why? I have their address, and the property records are very easy to find because it's public record. I'm sure y'all could do that here as well. Okay? It's called Prime Seller Leads, PSL. It's primesellerleads.com. $60 a month. It actually will generate for them a brief CMA. It's just using Zillow data, I believe, because you're using a Zillow API code. So it's not going to be amazing. It'll give you like a high, low, and a medium range of what the home's worth. But then it'll also say your custom CMA is being prepared by one of our agents. They'll reach out to you. So then I have the agent either shoot a quick video or call right away and say, hey, thanks for coming on our website and looking for your home's value. One thing I want to tell you is that each home is so custom, and this house doesn't take into effect any of the treatments or upgrades that you've done or any hyper-local market conditions. So what I'd like to do is set up a free time to meet with you at the house and give you an idea of what your house would actually sell for in today's market. And boom, then they've got the listing appointment. Once they go present the listing package, they get it every time. Here's more on Prime Seller Leads and what it does. Full lead management. You can auto-assign leads to your agents. It's got awesome HD wallpaper, which just means the back end is these awesome pictures of houses. You can upload your own too, so if you're mainly working a certain market, you can upload your own. I've chosen not to. I use the generic ones because, again, I want to capture leads from everywhere, not just San Antonio. You can also have a lender partner with this. Remember, it's only $60 a month, but if you have a lender partner, they could pay for that. Or they could, I don't know what y'all's laws are. In Texas, they could only pay for half of it, but they could pay for part of your marketing costs there. And sometimes people come on here and they say they're interested in refining. Well, we can't really help them with that, right? But our lender partner still could, so that's a great way to show them value and get them involved with some of your marketing. And maybe you could do this for free, not spend any money doing it. What I do with this Prime Seller Leads is then we create a Facebook ad very similar to the Facebook ad that the Facebook ads I showed y'all earlier, that just says, hey, the market in San Antonio is moving in an upward direction. If you bought a home in the past 24 months, you may be pleasantly surprised at how much it's appreciated in value. Click here to find out in 34 seconds. Boom. It works. Fiverr again. These are 3 logos I had created on Fiverr for $5. So I just love it. I think this is that. I think I already showed you this. This is another one of our videos. It talks about the difference between our website.
Hi, I'm Philip
and
Becker.
Zillow and Trillium.
I'm here to introduce a new website built to enhance your real estate experience.
Anybody heard of Boomtown?
This is the Boomtown site. Realestate.com. For buyers, it allows searches by area, community, zip code, or even school district. Its information is always up to date. It also provides a look inside the lifestyle of highly sought-after San Antonio neighborhoods through its detailed video community guides. For sellers, it can generate a value estimate for your home on the spot and even match you with a top listing agent. The site is available wherever you are with a mobile version that's fast and easy to use. Its nearby feature lets you locate listings around you anywhere in the city. Best of all, BuySanAntonioRealEstate.com was built for you. You won't be bombarded with ads or deal with pushy salespeople. You can save favorite properties, get pre-qualified for a loan, ask questions of a San Antonio realtor, and schedule showings all in the same place. So do yourself a favor and stop using those nationwide sites that don't have accurate information and want to match you with an agent specifically because that agent paid to be there. Come home to BuySanAntonioRealEstate.com. Simply better. Pretty good, right? I incorporated some of the stuff we were just talking about, bringing in PSL, bringing in Boomtown, bringing in some of their websites. So now we're going to talk about some trends, because I'm getting into this mobile thing. Remember, I told you Google's going to bury your website if you're not mobile friendly. So let's talk about some of the mobile trends that I see coming and how that can help you for real estate. Apple Watch. Wearables is one of the new mobile trends, and everybody's on the race to be the best wearable, and Apple's going to win just like they always do. They've created a great product here, and we're going to see apps develop for that, like a HomeSnap app. Like a Bluetooth marketing app. This is my favorite. We're going to implement for our listings a Bluetooth marketing app that integrates with Apple Watch. So as you're wearing your Apple Watch, it's always on Bluetooth because it's syncing with your phone. So Bluetooth is always on your Apple Watch. As you're driving around and you pass one of my real estate signs, it will automatically show you the picture of that listing on your Apple Watch. You can click on it to scroll through pictures, see what it's priced at, see some information, even schedule a showing from Apple Watch. That's where things are going, okay? So mobile technology, you need to be there. You need to start thinking about apps because in-app purchases are growing. A lot of times people would go to the .com to buy that site, but they've actually grown 150% in-app purchases over the last year where they're buying stuff from the app. So you need to have that kind of stuff. Then you've got Apple Pay, right? That's something new too that's coming up. And there's going to be some ways we can utilize that for real estate. What we're going to have is, and I'm a broker, so my clients are the agents, not the buyers and sellers, right? Because I'm here to market to our agents. So we'll have Apple Pay set up at our new office so they can pay their monthly office fee. They can check out equipment. We also have some a la carte services that they can purchase right there with Apple Pay. Lutron. Sorry, I skipped this. Nest, right? Everybody's seen Nest and heard of that. It's the new programmable thermostat. They've been bought by Google. So when Google gets involved with something, you know it's going to be good. There's something going on there. I think there'll be a way for that to integrate with real estate here soon in the near future. I know of a couple agents that give Nest thermostats as their closing gifts, and those are pretty cool. Lutron. So I'm sure y'all have heard of Lutron. If you were paying attention to that high-end listing video, they said that all their stuff had been replaced with Lutron products. Lutron is just more, everything's moving towards the home of the future, the automated home. And so this is some of that stuff. It's also good for energy savings. A lot of their stuff has really advanced built-in dimmers. Lutron is a mobile trend that I think is moving into the future that we're going to see a lot more. Now we'll talk about the mobile-friendly stuff. For your current website that you have right now, you can Google mobile-friendly test. And this is Google's mobile-friendly test right here, okay? You just enter your URL and click Analyze. In about 15 seconds, it'll let you know if your site's mobile-friendly or not. If it's not, it'll show you right there on this website how you can do it. It'll tell you how to take your site mobile-friendly without changing what you currently have. Google is trying to put mobile users first. Keyword trying. Maybe or maybe it's not going to take off, but we've already seen the in-app purchases are increasing a ton. We've already seen more websites are going mobile. So Google's going that way now. And again, they will bury your website way down in the search engines. It started last week on Friday. So you need to have mobile friendly. So let's say you've got a WordPress site. Anybody have a WordPress site? Anybody? Oh yeah, we've got probably 10 or 12. There's a great plugin for WordPress. It's free. It's called WP Touch. Simply, seamlessly, automatically makes your site mobile friendly just by installing the plugin. That's all you have to do. For $99, or I think it's around $99, you can also
add custom templates that they have to WP Touch to take your website to that next level and make it stand out over some of the competition. But to plug it in, it's free and it's so easy. I'm going to show y'all some screenshots of our site and what it looks like here in a minute with that WP Touch. And I use the free version. I haven't even paid for it. So totally free. There's also, if you have a website that's not WordPress, there are lots of different products that can make your current website that's just HTML5 based mobile friendly. My favorite one is called Mobilize Today. Here's the information on that. To get started, it's free. But as you get to the more professional, you will pay a little bit of money for it. That is a really, really good resource for a non-WordPress site to make it mobile friendly. MobilizeToday.com. Here's some screenshots coming up of our website and what it looks like on the mobile version. Left is the home page. When you go home, what do people want to see? They're here to buy real estate, right? We don't waste their time. We're not trying to sell them on our company. We're just showing them real estate. We're going to show them our featured properties right away. On the right side, if you were to click on For Sale, 55 Champions Lane, that's what it takes you into. Starts with the For Sale, got our logo at the top, picture, then the video, and as you scroll down, it's got more information about the property, all the pictures automatically pulled in from the Diverse Solutions IDX. I did nothing to make my website mobile. It was literally less than 5 minutes and no cost. This is the search bar that if you were to hit this little button in the top right, this is the search bar that loads. We've taken away a lot of our links. We only want the stuff that our mobile users want. They want a property search. We know that some of them are going to be interested in selling, and we know that they pick a community far before they pick a realtor or before they pick a house. So we have all our neighborhood guides built in there as well. If you really want to find out about us or to contact us, it's buried down there at the bottom. You notice we don't have our agents page on there. We don't have a lot of slick marketing videos on there. It's not the content that the user wants, so we just don't do it. At the very bottom, or on the right here, this is what's embedded into your site by WP Touch if you do the mobile version of that. And it's easy to integrate and switch from mobile to desktop, just clicking right there. Okay? Now I want to talk a little bit about agent reviews. Agent reviews is definitely where we're moving to. It's the wave of the future. There was a panel, NAR actually brought a task force together last year, or maybe even beginning of this year, I can't remember, to talk about what we're going to do with those agent reviews. And now Realtor.com has integrated the new Realtor profiles that can bring in reviews automatically, that can bring in your sold data, the stuff you're doing. I'm going to give you guys a quick tip here. Realtor.com profiles will allow you to check into showings. This, just by being in this class today and listening to this one thing, if you don't implement anything else, implement this and you'll be way above all the other Atlanta realtors in your returns on Realtor.com. Realtor.com boosts you up. It has their own internal SEO. You can check in at showings on the Realtor.com profile. I have a little bit of inside information that the way they've built their algorithm, they really love that. If you check into your showings, you're going to be ranked higher in the search engines than all of your peers. All you have to do is check into your showings with that Realtor app, and you're going to rank higher and get more leads. It's that easy. Okay? Your showings. Yep. Yep. Any house you show. Oh, yeah, sorry. No, not showings on your listing. Any house that you're out to show, you can check in there at that house. And then it'll add it to your realtor profile page, and then it'll rank you higher when someone says, hey, I'm looking for an Atlanta realtor. If one of y'all has checked in at every single showing and your profile is complete and you've got some recommendations, you're going to be on there before anybody else. So that's a good little tip. This is what you're seeing on the screen is my HomeSnap reviews. This is old, but this is just what it looks like on HomeSnap. Obviously, you want 5 stars. Talks about the deals you've done. How long you've been an agent, blah, 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 blah. Easy for them to click contact me right here. This is free leads. You get like 3 a day off that. Zillow. I haven't paid Zillow for a really long time. I quit paying Zillow. I still get leads off Zillow all the time because Zillow ranks agents based on 5-star reviews. Okay? Any agent can create a profile on Zillow for free. Any agent on their profile that they've created for free can get a link to send out to their clients to ask for reviews. As your client leaves reviews, you go up higher in the rankings on the Zillow when someone types in Atlanta real estate agents, the first thing that comes up is Zillow. Okay, that's not your board. It just isn't, because you're not going to be as relevant. It's not possible. When they click on Zillow, then it's ranked by the number of 5-star reviews. If you're up there, if you have more than 20 reviews, you'll probably be on the first 2 pages every time. It's not too hard to get 20 reviews, I wouldn't think. Here's another thing. Tenants can leave you reviews. Even people that you've talked to that didn't end up buying for whatever reason can leave you a review on there. Make sure they're going to leave you a 5-star review, but sometimes you show clients a house and their plans change or something happens in their family and they can't buy. Maybe they still had a great experience with you. That's a 5-star review. Okay? This is organic SEO, people. I'll tell you a quick story. This has been maybe 2 years ago now. I had a guy call me. He was a seller in San Antonio. He was moving to a different state, I think St. Louis, and he said, Philip, I need someone to sell my house. I need to sell it fast. He said, I found you on Zillow. I said, great. How did you find me on Zillow? Because I had just stopped paying Zillow, and I was like, I don't get it. He was a seller, so I had no idea how he found me. And he said, I Googled San Antonio real estate agents. I clicked on Zillow because I trusted that site, and I started at the very top and started reading it. I was in the very bottom of the first page or the very top of the second page at that time. So there was maybe 15 agents before me that he had seen. But he said, Philip, I read every single one of your reviews, and you were the only agent that your reviews sounded like they were authentic. They didn't sound like they were just made up or done by a computer or someone paid for reviews. So yeah, genuine, authentic reviews. And he asked me to list his house, and we sold it in a week. So boom. Now I'm going to show you how some of these reviews can be tied in. So like I showed y'all earlier, we do testimonial videos. We do Real Satisfied, which I'm moving into. And all that stuff can be linked to your Realtor.com profile. Okay? When we get a really good recommendation from Real Satisfied, we ask those clients for a video testimonial, right? We talked about this. We talked about the $50 gift card. This video I'm about to show y'all is one of the most powerful video testimonials we've ever gotten. This client was working with one of my younger agents. He hadn't sold much. This was maybe his fifth or sixth transaction. During the process of buying the home, the client's father passed away. And this person was very, very close with their dad. And the agent was able to step in and just create a relationship that's going to last forever. So I spend probably about $10 a week marketing this specific video on Facebook and marketing this agent. He loves it. Hold on. So we lost power to this guy. No, we should be good.
So Ryan Gonzalez was your agent. How would you describe him?
Awesome. He walked me through everything, answered all my questions. Didn't matter what time I called, he was available. Evenings, weekends, was a really great guy.
What would you say to all the first-time home buyers about working with Becker Properties and Ryan?
I would highly recommend it. I mean, I lost my house a few years back, so it was like if I was starting over, getting my finances in order, taking care of debt, everything that I needed to do, Ryan was there to guide me. So it was just like if I was buying all over again, first time.
Awesome.
I think also on the other side, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I told you how important it was for safety, because I didn't have my dad anymore. So even though I know you didn't know how to react or what to say, but you were there. And when we went looking at other homes, you knew how important that was to me, being single and being without now that man in my life, my father. You always took that into consideration whenever we looked at a home. You gave me your opinion, your advice. I don't recommend this because it needs this, and so yeah. I will always hold you in my heart, because you did go beyond at that moment when I needed that person to be there.
Would you recommend Ryan and Becker Properties to your family and friends?
Oh, of course. I did even before we've closed.
He was dying on me. So that was a pretty powerful testimonial. It works really well. This is Real Satisfied, realsatisfied.com. If you're not using it, you should be, because the agent of the future is an agent that embraces client reviews and consumer reviews. If you don't, you're going to be left behind. Okay? This is free to set up. Absolutely free. The pro version is only $49 a year. Okay? The brokerage level version, which I have, because like I was telling y'all earlier, we send it out to every buyer and seller. We even send it out to the other agent on the deal to ask them how our agent did with them throughout the process. $50 a month. $600 a year is all I pay to get reviews from every single person that we talk to and to get their feedback on what they liked and what they didn't like. That's a no-brainer. And as an individual agent, it's free, so it's absolutely a no-brainer. I don't know why you wouldn't use it. It's very, very easy to set up because you're not creating custom questions and custom questionnaires. They're all exactly the same. I don't know if y'all have Century 21 in this market. Anyone here that works for Century 21, you're already using it because the entire company uses it on every single deal. I love that they're embracing it, honestly. I think it's great. But this is just a great place to get reviews. And then what you can do once you have these reviews. So this is my Real Satisfied profile, what it looks like. And if you notice, I have syndication on to Realtor.com. All I've done is turn that on. As soon as somebody fills out one of those reviews, it goes straight into my Realtor.com profile. And so I don't have to do anything. I don't do it for Facebook and Twitter because I like to do I do a lot of the testimonial videos, and I like to manage my social media presence on that. So I do talk a lot about my clients, and I do sometimes copy and paste those recommendations even onto Facebook, but I just don't do it automatically. I think a lot of it too is like my clients don't like a hard sell, and so if I'm constantly like just pushing stuff to that, they're like, oh, this guy, he's an idiot or whatever, So here is what the Realtor.com profile looks like, the new one. Okay, and then here are those recommendations automatically coming through at the bottom of the page. I didn't have to do anything for those to show up. Nope, this is free. Okay, you can just Google Realtor.com profile, and you can set up your own profile for free. This is also the one, once you've had this set up, you'll want to check in at your showings on here because it'll rank you up higher in the search engines. Also, having the recommendations ranks you higher. It does weight you on your listing activity too. It does. But checking in at showings will help you a lot. On my Facebook and Twitter. That's what I post on Facebook and Twitter. Yeah, because people like to see the video stuff. They just do. Yeah. But this stuff is good too. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this, right? And if somebody's searching for me on Realtor.com looking for a San Antonio agent, I want them to be able to see this stuff. And I can't embed videos into this, so this is the best I have for now. So it's really good. What it comes down to is you need to be embracing the review stuff because it's going to happen whether you like it or not. And NAR is going to start ranking us on it, and it is what it is. It's going to happen. Yes, sir. So once you have your profile set up and you're logged in on Realtor.com, it knows you're an agent, and there's a little button to click check in, and then it links it with the profile. But it sounds stupid. Like when I first heard it, I was like, this is stupid. I'm not going to check in at my showings. But the reason I'm telling you all it's important is because I know how their algorithm works on the back end, and I know you'll make more money if you do it. I'm positive. Yep. You just get the Realtor.com app on your phone once you set up the Realtor profile, and then you'll just log into that. Oh, I stepped outside my boundaries. Got to be careful. I have boundaries here. But yeah, it's very easy to set up, and it's very easy to check in, just like you're checking in on Facebook. It's the same thing. So, and it knows, it's based on GPS, but it knows everything that's active on the market because it's fed. It's the most up to date. Yep. Check in as you go. Yep. Some people might even be sneaky and just spend the whole day driving around listings and checking in. I didn't tell you to do that. Some people might do that though, but I will tell you that the checking in thing actually will raise you up, and that's the only reason I'm telling you that. Again, I don't like it, but but it is what it is, right? Okay, so I'm going to give you all just a couple more slides. There's a couple tips that I like to use that I use all the time, and some infographics that I use all the time. And then I'm going to open it up for questions because I know there were a lot of hands up. A lot of people talked to me at the break. I want to answer as many questions as I possibly can. Okay. This first one talks about the difference in a net worth of a homeowner and a renter. The average net worth, this is from the Federal Reserve, by the way. The average net worth of an American family who rents is $5,100. The average net worth of an American family homeowner is $174,500. Over 30 times greater as an owner. Okay, the number one indicator of wealth in this country is the ownership of real estate. 9 out of 10 self-made millionaires made their first $1 million doing what? Buying and selling real estate, correct. My thing is just not connecting anymore. There we go. So, return on investment. This is kind of cool too. You got people that, oh, real estate's not a safe investment. Oh, it's so risky. Oh, I just like to do the stock market. Stock market's easy. Look at that return on investment from January 2010 to January 2014. This is from MSNmoney.com. Real estate has an unbelievable return on investment. Okay, so this is something that I would take this infographic and create a Facebook post. And I would say, where are you investing your dollars? Over the last 14 years, real estate did better than the stock market. Call me to find out how to, whatever, call me to find out how to get into it for yourself. Okay? And now my favorite one. Opportunity dances with those who are already on the dance floor. One of my favorite quotes. This is here to tell you, don't be afraid. Go out there and do it. Create your own opportunities. Create hyperlocal content. Try this kind of stuff. Put it into action, okay? Because if you do, you're going to create more opportunities for yourself. I personally, I believe in the secret, the law of attraction, okay? And I'm also a Christian, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to sell you on that. But I believe in the law of attraction. And so when I get up early that day and I go out and I just start working, or if I don't have an appointment, I go to the office and start prospecting or calling or whatever, it seems like my phone rings more that day. I get more opportunities that day because I'm out there doing it. So like attracts like, and again, opportunity dances with those who are already on the dance floor. Thank you guys so much, and we'll open it up to questions at this time. Yes, sir.
Do you link any of your property videos to the listing service? And the reason I ask is because we have limitations as to what we can do. You can't host it on YouTube. You can't host it on Vimeo because they take you to other sites afterwards. Do you have a solution for that? Yep. So the question was, am I linking my videos with the MLS? Because in his MLS, there's rules against linking it to a YouTube or to an external site. Our MLS, which is different than yours, it's just everybody has a different MLS, but our MLS is done by DynaConnect out of Chicago. And we have a place where we can, when I'm posting the photos and uploading the photos, right under that I can say if there's a virtual tour. And I can copy and paste the link to that. That's how I do it in ours, but I'm copying and pasting it to YouTube. Are y'all actually uploading the videos, the file? How, Maura? You can link to a YouTube video. Oh, okay. Well, we don't include our signs in any of ours. I do have that outro. I would just take it off. I would just end the outro. I don't think it automatically starts, like I've used YouTube a lot. It doesn't automatically start playing other videos. But at the end, it will show you similar stuff. That's interesting. That's interesting. I'll tell you that there's some top realtors in this room that I know for sure do it. You have your MLS and do YouTube. Yes.
I was wondering if you had found any way to get reviews. Like, it's great that you've got all those Realtor.com reviews, but is there any way to get them into Zillow or Trulia?
Yes, that's a great idea. It's a great question. What we do is whenever somebody closes as well, I also send them an email. And this is before the Real Satisfied comes out, okay? And this is only to our clients. This isn't to the other side of the deal. This isn't to the agent. This just says, hey, and it's for me. It says, thank you so much for working with Becker Properties and whatever the agent is. We really appreciate the opportunity to serve your needs. One of the ways that we get ranked and rated is by you filling out reviews and testimonials for us. So 3 things are going to happen after this transaction. You're going to be getting an email from Real Satisfied. It's going to ask you a quick questionnaire. I really would appreciate you taking the time to fill that out. Copy and paste the testimonial that you leave me, because you're going to be able to use it again. There's a link, and in the same letter, in the next paragraph, we have a Zillow profile. We ask you to copy and paste your review onto Zillow. Here's the link. And then with Trulia, we copy and paste it for them once they've done Zillow, because, and you can do that, what Trulia does is sends them an email and says, hey, here's the review. Did you write this review? And they could just say yes. And once they said yes, then it goes on to Trulia as well. Okay? And then at the very end, on the very bottom of that, I ask about the video and say, by the way, we'd be happy to give you a $50 gift card if you'd like to do a video testimonial about your experience with us. And I'd be happy to email that template out. A lot of people at Bar Camp ask me for that. Yes?
Do you do your scripts first before you do any video shooting?
That's a good question. For our agents, when they're filming listing videos, the answer is yes. They have to send me the voiceover that they want, and we have to approve it. The reason I like doing it before on the listing videos is because it gives our cameraman some direction. And he knows the shots that he needs to get while he's there. So I think it's great. A lot of my other stuff, like of course our Margarita Mondays, that kind of stuff is done off the cuff. The testimonials, we have questions set up, but was there... All the scripts are written before any filming happens. On the community guides, we record the voiceover first, and then we send them out to get the shots. And I send Jake, our video guy, with a copy of the text that I just send in the voiceover so he can make sure and check it off as he's going. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Philip. I am also a broker owner, and I would like to know what is your overall marketing budget and what percentage of that is geared towards your technology?
Okay, so our overall marketing budget in the company, last year I spent just over $50,000. It was all technology, 100%. I don't do any print advertising whatsoever. It was about $21,000 to Boomtown, about $18,000 to my video guy, and the rest was broken up over diverse solutions, Google AdWords, prime seller leads, Playster, and additional sites that we had that were squeeze pages, and also some Facebook marketing. But yeah, 100%. Yes.
Hi, Philip. I was just curious how many other people besides your video person you have working for you. And you are amazing, by the way.
Well, thank you. As far as employees, you mean? In doing these videos?
Yes, because unless you are up, I know you and your video guy are not it.
I'll tell you that, believe it or not, it is just me and my video guy. And I'll tell you that this is going to go into a little bit of the balance talk, okay? Balance is very important in your life. Don't burn yourself out. Don't forget to take time for your personal relationships. I was engaged when I got in the business, and it didn't work out because I spent too much time in my business. My family relationships have hurt. I'm stressed out trying to open this new office, okay? So have balance in your life. You need to delegate more stuff. I'm at the point now where, I'll be honest with you guys, I made a hire last year in November, and I hired a director of broker services, and it turned out to be a bad hire. The main thing I did, two huge things that you should never do. I hired a friend, and I didn't have him do a disc profile. So that was stupid, right? But I knew the guy for a long time. Anyway, without going too much into it, it was a bad hire. So what I've done now is I found somebody else that's an agent in my office that's awesome and on top of it, and she loves Becker Properties, but she doesn't like putting herself out there, and she doesn't like selling. And so we've hired her into that role, and I don't have a title for her yet. I'm calling her the office mom, but we'll have a title for her soon. She helps me kind of with the back end stuff, do some contract to close, picks up our Tiffany's champagne glasses, shows up to closing for me, that kind of stuff. But on the video, it's just Jake and I, and we just make it happen. And I gave him his start, and so like I said, there's even people in this room that use him, but there's people all across the country, top realtors, that use Jake, and he never forgets me or forgets to make time for me because I gave him his start. And we just work it. I do work 16-hour days sometimes. So, but absolutely.
Philip, thank you for being here and being away from your business today to share all this good information. Can you go back to how you put together your layout for the community highlights? How long did that take? Where did you get your information, and how did you decide the best places and information to put on the videos?
Absolutely. Let me pull up the text about community guides when I'm talking about that. So what I try to do is think about lifestyle first. Is like, if I lived in this neighborhood, what would my life be like? Where would I go to church? Where would my kids go to school? Where would my nightlife be? Where's my favorite coffee shop? That kind of stuff. And then I create a list, okay? And then we drive around and we eliminate some of the things on those lists, because I don't know every community. I know every community, but I don't live in every community, right? So to put myself in, I drive around. We'll talk to some of the business owners. We're not actually interviewing them. We don't bring any camera for this. We're just doing some research, right? Doing our due diligence, and we narrow that list down to the key places that we want to include. And we're always talking about lifestyle, schools, churches, proximity to downtown, proximity to nightlife. We will talk about the homes, but that's a very small part of it. So does that answer your question? Okay. Yes?
Besides checking into Realtor.com on your own, do you have any tricks of encouraging visitors to your listings to check in? And do you have specific websites, maybe Facebook, Foursquare, that you encourage for algorithm purposes?
Well, that's a great idea. The answer is I haven't done that yet, but that's something that I'm probably going to take home and implement now. I think that's a great idea. So, yeah, if you can get the clients to check in, and that goes along with that Bluetooth marketing piece a little bit, is when you're sending them the information to it. But yeah, I love that idea. I'm going to try to think of a way to do that, and I'll get back with you. Yes.
What service do you use for videos once you take them? How do you mesh the voiceover
Editing?
And stuff like that?
Great question. There's two different programs that I recommend, but what we use in my office is Final Cut Pro. It's an Apple product. I recommend when you're first getting started, don't buy Final Cut Pro because it will overwhelm you and you'll probably give up. Use iMovie. Start with iMovie. It does a lot of the same stuff, honestly. Like, I know some realtors that have made some awesome iMovie videos, and it's easy, and it'll get you in, teach you how to start using the editing. Once you graduate, I recommend Final Cut Pro. Now, I will tell you that Apple already quit making patches for Final Cut Pro about a year ago, and so like with the new stuff coming out, like the 4K and stuff like that, you won't be able to edit that on Final Cut Pro. So we are slowly but surely moving to Premiere Pro, which is an Adobe product. You can get the entire Adobe suite for $50 a month, and it gives you not just Premiere, but Photoshop, Lightroom, Acrobat, all these other programs, that Dreamweaver, some that you may or may not even use, but I use most of them, and for $50 a month, it's a great deal, and you always have the latest version. You're welcome. Yes.
Philip, on your Boomtown budget, you said you spent $21,000 a year on that. How much of that is pay-per-click, and also I know you talked about prime seller leads. Do you have one that you prefer as far as the CRM between the two?
Boomtown, the CRM is the best. That's the best part about Boomtown, is I don't think there's a better CRM out there. I really don't. I will tell you though, so for those of you that use Boomtown, you know it's pretty expensive. So for 1 year of Boomtown service, it's $1,500 a month. So for 1 year, that's $18,000, and they recommend at least $1,000 a month AdWords campaign, right? So that would be another $12,000. So that would be $30,000. But what I did is I got a lender partner to pay half of that $1,500 every month, which took $9,000 out of the equation. So yes, I did $1,000 a month AdWords specifically to that Boomtown site. Well, here's the deal. Our average price point is lower than yours, for one. Two, y'all have less realtors and members of your board and about the same number of home sales. So there's more opportunity for you here than in San Antonio, for one. But here's what it comes down to, my friend. You can fill your pipeline with leads with any service that you want. At the end of the day, it's not about filling the pipeline. It's how you handle those leads in your pipeline. If you're not going to be on top of it and stay with them and follow up and follow up and follow up, you might as well not do it because you're going to waste your money. If you are going to follow up, you will get huge return on investment from Boomtown, guaranteed. It's a great service. I loved it. I don't use it anymore. I'll tell you, we used it for 1 year, and the reason I stopped doing it is only from a broker level. I couldn't get my agents motivated enough to follow up the way that I would have followed up with them. And I just said, man, I'm not going to throw money down the drain anymore. You guys are getting placer sites from now on. Good luck. And some of, yeah. So, yes, sir, Lee.
How wide do you spread your web for social media? And is there a
particular approach that you use? Pinterest, Instagram?
We do have, I personally, as an individual agent, Facebook and Twitter. Okay, that's where I am. Now, as a company, we're on YouTube, we're on Pinterest. We do have an Instagram. Actually, I have an Instagram too, but I don't really do it for real estate. I just do it to do it. But Facebook and Twitter is me. Company, we also do Pinterest and YouTube, and that's as far as we go. We don't do LinkedIn at all, honestly, because I'm not looking for those clients. Any other questions? Yes, sir, in the back.
Speaking about Facebook marketing, do you have separate pages for separate things? Like, for example, your main ABC Realtor page, then your Margarita Mondays, then your I want to market towards a specific niche?
Absolutely. That's a great question. A lot of times what we do is if our post is relative to a certain niche or something specific, we'll only go to a landing page that's created for that. And I'll give you an example. Our newest post, if you look on our Facebook page, our newest post is talking about how it's getting warm in San Antonio and summer's coming, and that there's a lot of great homes with in-ground pools in San Antonio. And when you click on that, it links you to every house listed in San Antonio, $350,000 or less with a pool. So it's a specific landing page for that ad. Yes, ma'am.
Are you familiar with BombBomb.com, and if so, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I love BombBomb. BombBomb is great for video marketing. The coolest, what BombBomb is basically an email tool that allows you to embed videos into the email that you're sending. Even with YouTube, when you embed emails to a video, it's really just like a thumbnail and then it goes into YouTube. With BombBomb, the video is actually there. And the best part about it is you can track the analytics of it. You can see if it was opened, how many times they viewed it, that kind of stuff. So a great agent that I know out of Cincinnati is Amy Brughammer, and she uses BombBomb every day. What she does is once a client goes under contract, she has 8 videos that she sends them in a series. They're each about 30 seconds or less long, and it explains the process, what they can expect at the next step, all the way through to closing. She even will send that to the client on the other side of the deal and their agent so they can see what's going on. She includes everybody. I think BombBomb's really good for that. I just, some of the stuff that I do with video is just geared on a brokerage level, not on an agent level. So that's why I don't use that. But I think it's a great tool, and I would absolutely use it if I was doing video on an agent level. Any other questions? Anybody else? Yes.
It's kind of redundant. I just didn't write it down. In the very beginning, you had almost cartoon. What service did you use to develop that?
That's Fiverr, Fiverr.com. And Fiverr is so cool, you guys. If you haven't been on Fiverr before, spend a few minutes. They have a search box on there, and you can type in anything. Just say you want a marketing video, you'll get like 200 different people willing to do it for $5. And then you can add on to that. Like $5 might be for the basic gig, but if you want it in color with a voiceover with branded to your company, then it adds up to 50. So, but still, $50. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, ma'am, in the back. Hold on, can we wait for the mic because they're recording this? Thank you.
Hi, I know Bobby did a class and she taught us to use VideoScribe. Do you use VideoScribe?
I don't use VideoScribe. Oh, it does the drawing for you. There you go. So there you go. Something I didn't even know about. VideoScribe, free for 7 days. Okay. I would say with something like that, only do that if you're going to actually use it and be consistent with it. There's so much shiny, I'm going to use a Lee Brown thing. Yeah, some of y'all know Lee Brown. There's so much shiny tech gadgets up there, but you got to practice real estate missionary style. You really do. So, toe to toe, nose to nose, belly to belly, baby. Any other questions? Yes.
As a new agent and not very tech savvy, unfortunately, I do realize the importance of this, which is why I'm here. But for somebody who doesn't want to be taken to the bank with expenses, and I mean, I could look at one thing and spend all day on it and not sure if I got it done right. So how do I start? I heard you say, outsource. How do I just suggestions on what to focus on here.
I'm so glad you asked that question because I was going to bring that up and just forgot to. I think the key for any business owner, for any business, is to know what you're good at and know what you're not good at, and be able to identify that stuff. Just because you're not good at something or you haven't done it before doesn't mean that it's not relevant. It doesn't need to be a part of your business. So when you find something that you're not good at and you've identified that, find someone that's better than you. And so how do I recommend that? The best way would be to find a high school or college student. I'm serious, because these guys grew up with video their entire life. Most of them can do, I bet you there's a lot of them that can do video better than my guy even, because they've grown up with it longer than you. He was 10 years old before he got his first video camera. Some of them got it when they were first born. Seriously. It's crazy that how technology changes like that. But I think I would go first for high school and try to find a summer intern and get them started. If not, I would look for somebody right out of college or in college, but right out of college is the best because they're hungry. The job market's tough for them right now because there's a lot of older people with more experience and more skills, and they're beating them to these jobs. And so they're hungry and they want an opportunity. And like I said with Jake, man, that was the single best decision I ever made in my business, ever, hiring Jake. Yes?
Yes, hi, Mr. Becker. I have a dumb question. You mentioned about FMLS. I'm sorry, YouTube, Zillow, Trulia, Realtor, Facebook, Twitter, for all these for the marketing tools. But I do not recall you mentioned about FMLS, which is exclusive to real estate agents. Is it because FMLS is out of date?
I think the biggest reason I didn't bring it is I'm from San Antonio, so I don't have y'all's MLS. So I don't even know anything about it, other than I think it's ridiculous the amount of money I'll pay to it. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Philip, what do you pay? What are your MLS fees?
My MLS fees are $186 a quarter, and that includes CSS for showings, and it includes my super key.
We can talk about that another time.
Yeah, you know what we should really be talking about? Why y'all haven't gotten together and hired somebody to take out FMLS by creating a better MLS. And that's another class. Yes.
About video.
Sorry guys if I
what do you think would be the for someone like the woman in the back who said learning curve, not a lot of money to throw at all of this stuff. If someone wanted to leave here today and shoot their very first video and just get it online, because you have to do that, right? You have to jump in the deep end. What's your advice for those people?
Opportunity dances with those who are already on the dance floor. Just do it. Don't be afraid about what you look on camera. Your clients are going to see you anyway. Just do it, right? Right? I know I don't look good on camera, but I don't care. I don't care. My clients are going to see me anyway. I guess at the end of the day, I want to be where the consumer is, and like we talked about on one of the very first slides, the consumer's adopted video. So even if I'm not good at it, I'm still going to do it. I'll shoot with my iPhone to get started until I can measure some type of return on investment. And then when I get a return on investment, I'll put money back into my business by updating my video equipment and finding somebody to get involved. Again, though, that quote says it all, right? Just do it. Hold on.
Where do you do the voiceover? Is it like a?
Where do I physically where?
No, I meant like is there a machine or?
Oh, it's an H4n that we talked about, and then there's an external mic called a shotgun mic or a boom mic, depending on how you do it. The one we use is the boom mic that plugs into it, and basically I have a printout in front of me. I sit there and I record it, and then I send a copy to my video guy so he knows how to throw the shots in and all that stuff. So what we do is we do it at the very, we've already approved what the voiceover is going to be, right? But we film it at the very end of the listing, and I try to go into a room with like carpet because we don't want any echoing, that kind of stuff. Yes?
I heard you say that you make landing pages for the different things.
Mm-hmm.
How do you go about making those? Do you do this through one of these services, or?
So with Diverse Solutions, which is the IDX I talked about, I can create custom links. So I could create a custom link to bring in, like I said in an example, any house $350,000 or less in San Antonio with a pool. So I've created a custom link for that. Whenever I do a community guide page on our website, I've created a custom link for that too, that then brings in all the listings in that neighborhood. So then I've got this community guide page, becker-realtors.com/community/Alamo Heights. And I copy that link, and that's the link that I'm having you go to when you click. And then my ad might say something about, the ultimate city within a city, the privacy, the access to downtown, and a swank community that's also tight-knit with great golf. Click here to see every home available in the neighborhood. And then they click there, it goes directly to that guide page with the video, photos, our blurb, and every listing on the market. And the listing on the market's updated. It's always updated. I never have to change it. Once I create that link, Diverse Solutions, every time a house goes off the market, a new one comes in, and automatically updates that page. So now I've created dynamic content, and when Google's robot is scraping my community guide pages like they do about every 15 minutes because they think we're that relevant, guess what? They see new content every time because there's always new listings. It's awesome. Yes?
Yes. When you're filming a community video, do you need to get approval from the area that you're filming in, like a coffee shop, if you're on the outside of that coffee shop? Or
If I'm on the
grocery
outside,
store?
no.
Okay.
I guess the most important thing is ask your broker before you do anything, right? Because every broker is going to be different, every city's going to be different, everybody's going to be different. But the only times I do the releases is for if I'm filming inside of a business and I want to include that business in the video.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, right next to you.
I noticed that in the Facebook content and the YouTube or the Twitter content, the verbiage varied a little bit. Do you change it up instead of copy paste into each?
Yeah, I change it up because, Twitter, I've only got 140 characters, and some of that's eaten up by the link that I put in there. And, it's just a different strategy because with Twitter, people are going to find me based on the hashtags that I use. So on Facebook, I'm only using the hashtag that I've used to brand my company on Facebook. But on YouTube, I'm really into, San Antonio real estate, luxury real estate, that kind of stuff to try to find people that way. So yeah, it changes based on the platform.
I think we have time for one more.
Okay, one more question. And I will, before you ask that, I will stick around for 15 minutes afterwards. Feel free to come up if you have other questions or get my card and email me. Yes, ma'am.
I understood you to say that your cameraman shoots to your script.
Yes.
Do you do any post-production editing? And if so, how?
Yes, we do. My cameraman's also our editor. So I'm not good at that stuff. If you were to put me in front of Final Cut Pro right now, even with all the videos I've showed you, I would not know the first thing to do.
So you're saying that we have to find a cameraman who can do post-production editing, or is there some other resource? Or
I guess if you were going to start with a cameraman that didn't do editing,
yeah.
First I would try to find someone that does both. That's where I would start, right? And have them grow with me. If I couldn't do that, then I would do the editing myself in iMovie to get started. If I started doing it and I found like my time is more valuable than this, or I shouldn't be doing this, or I'm just not getting it, then I would hire somebody else. Separate. You're welcome. Again, if you guys have additional questions, I'm happy to answer them if you want to come up after. Again, really, really appreciate the opportunity. Yes.
And we did video, before you leave, we have a drawing and an announcement. We did videotape this today.
Yeah,
it's going to be up on our YouTube channel within the week, so don't get impatient and look for it today. But it'll be on the ABR YouTube channel. They're also going to post it to the Facebook page, so it'll be side by side. One half the screen will be the slides, one half the screen will be Philip, and all your Q&A has been captured as well. And then we have a drawing. The Professional Development Committee is giving away tickets to RE Bar Camp and to the Showcase Trade Show in August.
Well, let's give a big hand to Philip here. We think we got a lot of great information from Philip.
Thank you.